What up? Yo, they gonna say, yo, Wyatt, we couldn't find it. Can you hear me good? Can everybody hear me? Can y'all make it out? Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, yo, I know you probably can. Look, this is what I want to do. I want to give a few people a few moments to gather their thoughts and get on the page, because we started out we started early. We started out this afternoon on Wyatt Live, and we were talking about a few issues. And I'm gonna wait for some people to get in before we really get into what we want to talk about today. And y'all know the subject. I didn't put it up on the screen. I didn't say anything, but everybody that's part of the Wyatt Live Messenger group, it got heated. It got hot. We laughed. Some cried. I'm sure after we were saying what we were saying, some of y'all took that information and took those comments and took your ass to the corner somewhere, and you reminisced. You reminisced of those days that you got played. Or you thinking about how you just got played. I don't know. But this shit ain't funny, y'all. It ain't funny. It hurt. Good evening. Good evening. It ain't funny. It hurt. I just want to say what's up to a few people. Let me see who we got on. Stephanie Hyde, good afternoon. Welcome to the Drive Home 5 p.m. show with Wyatt Live, man. We're going to start doing this. I think we can have a blast with this one. Levita Holloway, good afternoon. Let's see. Sabrina Calloway, good afternoon. She said, good afternoon, Wyatt Live family. She said that to everybody. Sabrina Calloway, one of the few foe. And now we got a few more. She's one of the originals, y'all. She's been with us for a while. Of course, Miss Holloway, she's been there also. She says, good evening, Wyatt family. It's 5 p.m. and we driving home from work. Some of y'all ain't got no job. You got one more week and that 300 cutting off on your ass. I shouldn't laugh, but you know it's time to go back to work. It's time to go back to work. Take a sip on that one. Time to go back to work. What's up? My brother Shane Satterfield is in the building. It looks like he's already throwing up the smiley faces because he know. Do me a favor, y'all. I don't have any way of adding and tagging anyone. I haven't learned that process yet of the tag from this point of view, from this software. So do me a favor, tag someone or share it or whatever we got to do to get this thing out so we can get the proper perspectives. Because if not, y'all just gonna listen to me talk this entire time, and y'all will have to just go with whatever my opinion is of this matter. And I'm sure the ladies don't really want that. Y'all don't want it to be just about how I feel and what I think about this, because I can't represent y'all. Let me explain something to you while you hit the share. What up? There's my girl, Kat. Wildcat is in the building. We ain't seen Kat in a while. She said, hi, Rando. What's up, the family? Everybody say what's up to Kat. She's been missing, but she's been working. She said, this is cool. What up, Kat? We miss you, baby. We miss you. Everybody give Kat a hand. I haven't hooked up my acoustics and my sound yet, Kat, but this is the new look we going. We got a 5 o'clock drive home with Wyatt Live. We're going to kick it off for 1 hour. That's what it is. We just do what we do, baby. Oh, my goodness. Nephew, Mike Ward. What's up? Mike Ward is in the building, y'all. We ain't seen him in a while. What's good? You still in the trucking business, I hope, fam. I hope, because it's a lot of money in that trucking business, baby. You ever need an investor, you might want to tell them, get a blueprint for me, bro. Let me look at a plan, because I see a lot of business in that trucking. Trucking industry is big right now. I got a nephew that's going to get his CDLs. He came down to Florida. He told me, yo, Unc, there's money in that. I said, yeah. There's money in trucking. Trucking ain't going nowhere. Only thing that scared me about the truck game, and this ain't nothing for me I'm not trying to shoot no shade on the truck game, but I just want to be honest. I'm a little worried at the fact that in the trucking industry, I was watching 60 Minutes a month or two ago, and they done ran this story twice. And I'm gonna be honest, they got some trucks and shit out here driving on the expressway by themselves, like nobody in it. Like the trucks just on some Star Wars, they just driving like them, just driving. And I'm like, man, they trying to take everybody's job. I always thought truck driving would be a job that was unnecessary. But hey, listen, the day that I knew every job was at jeopardy, the day that I knew is when you can go to the grocery store and kind of scan your own shit and pay for it and leave. That's when I had a notion. That's when I knew A lot of jobs was about to be in danger. That's when I knew. That's when I knew. Because to go to the grocery store and to be able to scan your own shit, I mean, I already knew there was going to be some issues with some jobs later on. Remind me to do a show on how risky the job market going to be here in the next couple of years, because a few of your friends that you all aren't mentioning are going to be taking some English classes. And that's going to be stepping into a lot of our areas. You know, one of the fields of in the United States right now that's real hot is nursing. I don't know, fellas. You know, I know nursing sounds feminine, but man, I'm telling you, them nurses is clocking in dollars. It's almost like a lady not being afraid to be called a doctor. So why would you be afraid to be called a nurse if you making $25, $35 an hour? Hey, nurse me up. Nurse me up. I'll be a RN, $50 an hour. Them sisters getting paid. I know several nurses, and the ones that are getting paid are the travel nurses. Y'all get that money. Get that money. A couple of them, one of my friends, she hit me up, said, I'm doing really good. I'm on the road. I'm a travel nurse. I said, yeah, I've been reading up on that. I've been looking at some of the companies that actually place those nurses. You know, I've talked to several recruiters. And these recruiters was telling me the kind of money they making. And I'm like, well, what about the actual staffing business of these nurses? And she mentioned to me, she said it's a great idea 2 years ago. But right now, everything's independent. And these nurses are able to contract their own and do their own thing. Let's see here. A few people, let's see here, said a couple things. Crystal, my girl Crystal Willwright. What's up, Sandbox? She said Angie Harper. She must have tagged somebody. She tagged somebody. Listen, I already know what I got. Listen, I got my football helmet right over there ready for y'all ass. You think I don't? You don't think I got my gear ready for y'all tonight? We only got an hour. So I'm about to get to it, but there's a few things I want to talk about before we get there. Let me say what's up to a few people here. Thea Williams. Oh my God. Where my helmet at? Where the helmet at? I got the baseball helmet and the football helmet. I'm ready for some action. Damn it, I'm ready. I am ready. Let's see. Denise, what's good, Denise? I haven't seen you in a while, fam. What's good? She said about nursing, it looks like. She says, one of the best nurses that took care of my mom was a male nurse, very kind and caring. Male nurses are needed. You know why they're needed? Because they need to be able to live. This is not about Denise's mom, but male nurses are a little bit strong physically. And some of that strength is needed in certain areas. I mean, some of these people are needing to be moved, put in wheelchairs and all that. And these sisters, you know, ladies just, you know, you don't want to do that. You don't wear your body down. So these male nurses need to learn. These guys need to go try to get that paper. Go get your degree or whatever it is. I think you get a certificate. There's several different levels of nursing. Don't get me started on it, but I know they get paid. So I want to say to the brothers, don't be afraid to go get a nursing degree. The field is wide open. The people are getting older. There's several different ways you can use that degree in hospitals and nursing homes and assistant care living, all of that. I didn't research it. I didn't talk to several people. I almost invested. It's just it wasn't for me at the time. And let's just say that the ether ran off at the stage that I was trying to get into. It's a little bit like buying a high price stock right now. Like, I know the price is going to continue to go up, but it's too expensive to get in right now. That's all I'm saying. What's up? I see Miss Williams is still at it. She's still getting some people. Denise says travel nurses. Absolutely. Crystal Willwright. Is it just us right now? Is it just us? Or are we the only ones that are trying to send this out to people? Because we about to get started. Is my girl Tia, one of my sandboxes, Tia Wallace, is she here yet? Because she said she had a story to tell. I'm not going to let the cat out the bag of what we're talking about today. A few of you know. If you on Wyatt Live, if you on the Messenger, then you know exactly what we about to get in. You know exactly what we about to talk about. But before we do, let me go over a couple things. Let me take a sip. Hit the share. The madness is coming. If you're in your car and you're riding home at the 5 o'clock hour, it's 5 o'clock, right? 5 o'clock. You punched out already. You off work. You driving home. You listening to us on your car, on your phone, on your iPad or whatever. Or you sitting at home because you're working from home right now. And this is called our 5 p.m. drive home show. Okay, so what we doing is we giving you that space. I needed some space where I could draw some attention and see if we can make some things work at 5 o'clock. Let's just see. But anyway, let me go over a couple things. Have you guys seen what's going down in Atlanta? I'm not gonna get this out to be a long drawn out situation. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. But I think we need to pay attention to what's going on, y'all. We need to pay attention to what's going on out here. Down in Buckhead, y'all know that's the rich part of Atlanta. Everybody that go to Atlanta, all the brothers and sisters that go to Atlanta, always want to throw the area Buckhead up in the air. They want to, because that's the richy area. Everybody want to go to Buckhead Mall, and everybody want to say they had Atlanta and they stayed in Buckhead and this and this and that. It's like the Beverly Hills, so to speak, of Atlanta. Well, they tired. Buckhead is tired. They tired of the crime. They tired of the nonsense that's going on down in the A. I watched a video last night of what's going on in Atlanta. And unfortunately, what's going on down there is the Atlanta Police Department has been told by the mayor and the hierarchies to not chase individuals. Do not chase suspects. So there was an altercation where two guys were shooting. The same shit y'all just had in Cincinnati over the weekend. Two guys from different sides of the street shooting at each other. Kids at crossfire. Well, this happened just down in Atlanta, over in the Buckhead area. And they had video from the streets showing what happened. Shots being rang out, shots everywhere. Bang, bang, bang. Not only was there a police car in the vicinity, but you could see the police car on like in the corner of the picture. And the police watched everything happen, and they did not pursue the car that was doing the firing. It was like a drive-by. And the car shot up at everybody that was outside, didn't care who they hit. 3 or 4 guys shooting out the car, and they just shooting into the crowd. And the crazy thing about that is the police of Atlanta have been ordered not to pursue suspects. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Some ain't gonna want to hear this. A lot of people ain't gonna want to hear this. But y'all defund the police if you want to. I think that's I understand what the defund the police situation is. I understand it. But I'm going to tell you this right now. I also understand the aspect of the argument of deflecting funds to different aspects of the police department. I get that. But I'm going to tell you something. I done seen some social workers in motion. All right. And what they're trying to do is take some of the police off, take some of the guns away from the police and the force. They want to try to get that out of the way. I get it. But you want to engage social workers in police type work. So what you want to do is put social workers out on the streets to get involved in these situations. If you a social worker and you want that job, you're probably fresh out of school and you've never been a social worker. Because I'm going to tell you something. I worked for a place when I first got out of school, and social workers were to deal with the residents. And we had a specific manager who always wanted to get in people's business, the residents. I worked for Metropolitan Housing. And this particular property manager would always hear by police reports the residents in their area that were getting into fights over the weekend or during the week. And I'm talking about grown people fighting. And she would call them up to the office and have a conversation and want to have the same 2 people that was out fighting with box cutters and all type of shit. She want to sit them down in the office with a social worker employed by the housing authority. And they supposed to sit in this little bitty ass office about as big as my studio and work this shit out. Well, nevertheless to say, it never worked. The social worker cannot calm those type of situations down. It's the wrong situation to be in. It's the wrong element. It's It's the wrong thing to do. What's going to happen is the social worker, let's just for argument's sake happen to say it's a lady. Let's just say that this social worker is going to be in a position that she can't defend herself out in them streets. You gonna bring a social worker instead of the police, or a social worker with one police officer to a house of a domestic violence situation. And what the social worker supposed to do? Pull the woman off to the side and say, girl, you don't have to deal with this shit. You don't have, what is the social worker going to do? Supervise the police officer that show up at the scene? I'm just asking y'all. I'm just asking. I'm asking for myself, because look, unlike most that are talking about doing this shit, I have experienced, y'all know I don't really talk about a lot of stuff I ain't never been part of. I have experience of being in a heated room with a social worker and 2 or 3 people that don't like each other. And the shit don't work. The social worker is oil. The people are water. And she ain't gonna blend into what the hell they got going on. She not. So all you gonna do is piss off a lot of people, because when people mad, they don't hear reason. You know that. And what's gonna happen is this. They gonna fight. The social worker gonna find themselves either jumping in or backing up. And either way, it's no good. Serve no purpose. No purpose. Just thought I'd bring that up. Because down in Buckhead, the police have been, in Atlanta, the police have been told to step down. We gonna see how this shit work out. We gonna see how this one work out. We'll use Atlanta as the blueprint of defusing and defunding and telling the police to get out the way. We'll do ourselves. If you watching Shy right now, if you think Shy, now Shy is one of my favorite shows on Showtime. I'll go ahead and plug it. Shy is one of my favorite shows on Showtime right now. And the season is in like the 3rd episode or 4th episode or something like that. And in the Shy, they have decided to defund the police. You know, the mayor is the gangster ass brother who's now the mayor of Chicago, and he's just defunding the police, and they got this plan. And all the whole point of what he's trying to do, not to mention the scheming in the background that he's doing. You know, he's lightweight giving a lady $3 million so he can tap dance on it and he can get some of that money. That's what that is. You understand? I already know the play on the money game. But that all being said, here's what's going to happen. On the Shy, they're showing you exactly what the residents are trying to do. They're policing their own neighborhoods. I just think that's the wrong thing to do. I think we already should be policing our neighborhoods, but you should not put citizens in the line of fire like they doing. That's a made up ass show. People can't do what they doing on that show in no neighborhood, not no neighborhood that I know about. Not where shit is going on for real. Not when this ain't no video game. If you get hit, shot, stabbed, and all that, you don't spawn. You don't spawn back into the game. You're gone. It could be over for you. So I don't recommend that. I just don't think that that's a good approach. That's just my personal opinion. So what Buckhead is doing right now, they're working with legislation. They're gonna go ahead and break off Atlanta and say, y'all have that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our own police department. They are about to do a lot of the things that I had been suggesting many, many years ago that some of the people with a little bit of money should have been doing in the first place. There is nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. Zone 15, y'all in the building? Anybody from Zone 15, Lincoln Heights? You see how Lincoln Heights got their own thing out there? You see how they got their own thing? Now, I know some of it failed, but the principle and the idea was perfect. They got their own municipal system. They got their own mayor. And you know this is a predominantly black area. Do you understand what I'm saying? So don't ever tell me that Black Wall Street and all those type of ideas can't work. Lincoln Heights is a blueprint. They just need help. They need businesses. They need some of that money from the government that's just floating around out here. Them 200s and 300s and them some hundreds of millions. Soak some of that down there and open some of them businesses down that way. These cities can survive. I'm just trying to tell you, if it's done right, you put the right people at hand, not no crooks. You let them work the books, stop being crooks, and you'll see what happens. Independency, y'all, it's all about the economics. All right, so look, I'm off on that. Last thing I'm going to talk about, and then we're going to get into it. Because I know y'all ready to knock some heads off. Y'all ready to talk about this issue, and we're going to get to it. But the last thing I'd like to say, in that situation that happened over the weekend back in Cincinnati, where now we found out it's a 19-year-old young man, young brother, who happened to be the one that was shooting crazy throughout the city of Cincinnati up in Westwood. He's been charged 4 counts of felonious assault. I want to give you an update on the kids that got shot. I want to give you an update. A 6-year-old got shot, a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old, and I believe another 18-year-old got shot. Okay? The 6-year-old is out of the hospital as of this morning. That's good. Good news. There's a 7-year-old where the news is not all that great. The 7-year-old that was hit by the bullets is still in the hospital on, I'm sorry, it's the 8-year-old, pardon me. The 8-year-old that was hit by the bullet is still in the hospital in medical coma and medical induced in coma, a coma. I mean, this is crazy. This is nuts. There was another 18-year-old, I'm sorry, when it comes to the kids, I get a little different. There was another 18-year-old who's been released from the hospital. He's okay. There's an 8-year-old that's still sitting in the hospital that's in a coma. There's a 7-year-old that got shot in the foot that was released from the hospital. A 19-year-old brother has been charged with 4 counts of felony assault. I don't see anybody. I don't see anything out in the streets. I don't see anybody talking about it. I see them say it and move on. Kind of common. I'm getting tired of that. One last thing, man. One last thing. I don't want to spoil the buzz because we're gonna go to the Jerry Springer portion of the show. If you were on Messenger earlier with Wyatt Live, you know we had this conversation. But before we go there, hit the share. Nikki Stubblefield said, I'm not in. Hold on one second. Let me see what I got going on here. Some people are sending me messages and I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Crystal said, I've never seen The Chi. I'm ordering Showtime. Yeah, you got to get that. They're on season 3, something like that. So you can binge watch it. You will love it. It's a great show. The acting was a little suspect at the beginning, but I got used to it. Let me explain something to you. There's a character in The Chi, and I like him. It's the little brother whose brother was, I don't want to kill the buzz for people who've never seen the show, but there's one little brother on this show that is actually from Cincinnati, Ohio. And it's the little brother who has the dreads. It's the little brother of the drug guys. Okay, the little guy that's from the streets. His brothers and them run the trap house, the whole nine. That little dude who plays the young man the character on the little brother. I'm sorry. He is from Cincinnati, Ohio. He lives in Forest Park. He still lives in Forest Park. So I don't know how many people actually knew that, but that kid is from Forest Park. He still lives in Forest Park. Now, let me ask you something. Would it be like creepy of me to go up to Forest Park middle or junior high and be like, hey, bro, look, hey, little man, hey, man, you doing your thing? That'd be kind of creepy, wouldn't it? I don't want to do that. But I like him. He's one of my favorite characters on the show. And to find out he's from Cincinnati and he a little homie, oh, man, I really like the little dude now. He can't make a mistake on the show. He got beat up by the police, y'all, on the show. You got to tune in and watch that. It's a great show. It's a great show. Last thing before we get the subject, and it's kind of crime, and it's driving us into the subject of what we're going to talk about tonight. All right, here's what we're going to talk about tonight, and then I'm going to say this other thing. But get ready, because I want you to hit the share. I got a question. Here's the question. Who handles their spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever? Who handles cheating better, men or women? You know, you catch me cheating. She catches me cheating. Does she handle it better than if I caught her cheating? Do men handle their women cheating more than women are better than women handle cheating? Now, of course, every woman who sent the message, y'all all said the same thing. Every woman said the same thing. What you think that was? We do. Men can't handle it. Men can't handle it. Let me tell you something. Before I do, hit the share. Here we go, y'all. First of all, I said I was gonna say one other thing. Y'all know I lose it sometimes. Look at what Kenya Owens and Gary Owens is going through. on social media. Social media divorce is what they going through. They might as well put that shit on court TV. They might as well put it on court TV. There it is already. Miss Williams, I knew she'd be the first one to say something. She got her girls at the salon lined up for my ass tonight. Men can't handle what they dish out, and women can, and women can. We can't handle it, Kat says. We can't handle it. So look, who said that? Crystal. She said, where the men at? Here we go. I told you I was gonna hold it down for all of us, but the brothers who was like, nah, we got you wide. 5 o'clock? 5, right? 5. We gonna beat it 5 o'clock? 5 p.m. today, right? 5 p.m. on your show, right? Facebook, right? 5 o'clock? 5 today. All right, man, we'll be there. Boy, I need my thing. All I see is crickets. I don't see no brothers who had all that shit to say earlier today. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? But anyway, look at what Gary Owens and Kenya Owens is going through right now. Now, you know, I know them a little bit, all right? And I had to send a note to Kenya and let her know, sis, you done said what you done said. Now calm down, drop the mic. But all I see is her saying all this mud and spitting all this shit out about the Gary fella, which y'all know how I feel about the Gary fella, right? He kind of did some things and said some things. It's never been, totally disrespectful of the culture. He didn't say some true shit that people just can laugh at because it's true. But at the same time, it seemed like his whole stand-up was lightweight shading the culture a little bit. And I think Kenya really got tired of that outside of other things. Now, I ain't gonna get into their personals because I don't really do that. This ain't the Wendy Williams show. Did I say Wendy Williams? Did y'all see Gary Owens on Wendy Williams? I didn't see the show, but I seen a clip of it with her thirsty drag queen looking ass. Somebody hashtag or put Wendy on this show and let her know what I said. I dare her. Her half man, half woman looking ass, man. That's what I said. I said it. Get mad if you want to. I don't have a problem with gays. I'm not homophobic. I don't care nothing about what people choose to do sexually in their lives. I don't care about that. But Wendy Williams, you look like a man to me with your thirsty ass. Why would you do that to that man? Why would you put him on blast like that in front of the world when you know he's having a social media divorce? Why would you do that? You're thirsty. You're thirsty as hell. That was the thirstiest move I've ever seen on TV by somebody that ran a show. Can you imagine if somebody like Steve Harvey, when he had his show, did that shit with a woman who was in the middle of her divorce? What would y'all say, ladies? What would y'all say if Steve Harvey was in the middle, was on his show, and Monique was on there, and Monique was going through and they brothers and sisters. So I'm just saying, what would you say if Monique was on that show? And Steve Harvey was like, sis, I know you and your boy ain't doing things right. And he, Steve Harvey think he a G. He's not. I mean, he cool, but I ain't gonna insult him, but he is what he is. But, how would you feel, ladies, if Steve Harvey hit on Monique right on primetime TV like that, man? Y'all wouldn't think that was like some thirsty shit? And y'all let this half man, half woman do that to Gary Owens and ain't nobody said nothing. Kenya did. She said something, and I know how she feel. She got a little angry at him because of the shit she did, and that's what happens when you're going through divorces. That's what happens when women are mad. Now let's get to the topic at hand. Hit the share. I gave you about 30 minutes of me. Now it's time for me to talk about what we need to talk about. Let's answer the damn question. Let's answer it. Now, I've seen some people put some stuff up on the screen. Althea Williams, let me see what you say there, sis. She said, all hell. Hold on, my bad. She said, all hell, she fired shots back because he shaded to his family. These men do what they do, then can't contribute to the home because the Saudi he got busted. Listen, come on now. Did he really get busted? Did Gary Owens really get busted? Or did he do what most ladies do and most couples do after they put 20 years in? Kids all gone out the house. I ain't liked your ass the last 5 years, 7 years anyway. What we gonna do? No sense in both of us being miserable. I mean, isn't that what happens in a lot of these long-term relationships? A lot of them wait for the kids to be, grown out of the house, and then they live their best life. And are you trying to tell me you don't see some of the things like that's what's happening right now with Gary and Kenya? Kenya still love him. All right, she still love him, or she wouldn't do what she's doing. It would be bigger. She would see. You kill people with silence. When you don't care, and they know you ain't paying them no attention, then that's when they really thinking about you the most. But when you sitting back here putting all this shit out on Facebook and social media, you're showing how much you really care, sis. And you still got your picture and his picture on your log, y'all hugged up. And you know how crazy that sounds, sis? You sitting back sending out bad information. This is Gary Owens, for argument's sake. Y'all like this. Y'all all booed up on a post that you sending out talking about how he ain't shit. I don't get it. I get it, but it don't look right. It don't look right. I mean, you talking about how crazy and messed up he is, and he ain't shit, and he a deadbeat dad, like he told Wendy. My kids are grown. How can I be a deadbeat dad? My kids are grown. I don't know. So, sis, my brothers, my sisters, here's the big question for you. Who can't handle it? Who can't handle it? Who handled cheating the worst? Men or women? Who survives it better? Men or women? That ain't true. All right, Miss Williams, there you go. And they're off. Let's go on and get this one off. Let's get this one off. And they're off. They're coming out the gate, and Miss Williams in the head. Nose is the head. You know, I ain't no big announcer on the racetrack thing, but that's how they go. Miss Williams says this. I got to put my glasses on for this one. God, she gets it's long. She said, when women get mad, we cry for just a moment. But men try to hurt the woman stalking her, trying to make her suffer financially, even spread lies to family and friends to make themselves look good. Soon as a woman finds another man, they start hating. Is that true? Is that true, world? Because that ain't the world I live in, Ms. Williams. The world I live in, everything you just described here, women do that shit too. Women do exactly what you just described. Kevin B. Phillips said, I'm just here for the comments. No, bro, don't play safe. Tell the truth. You done been through it too. You've been on Wire Live. You've been exposed on Wire Live on other shows. You came with some stories. I got the content. I can go back to the archives, my brother. But Ms. Williams, what you just said is not true. It is true, but it's true about both people. Let me explain something to you. Here's my take, and y'all can eat me up. You can call me. Let me see. Let's put the phone number up just in case somebody's brave enough to call in and give their point of view. I think we got a phone number. Let me see here. It's area code 513-310-0546, I believe it is. Here's my take. Some will agree, and some won't. Let me tell you what men are compared to women when it come down to this topic. Now, y'all ain't gonna agree with me. Men will agree because y'all know this to be the truth. Check this out. Check it. Men just don't deal with the shit of what comes after cheating. We don't deal with it. We don't have the patience to torture somebody like y'all do. Oh, I know I'm about to trigger somebody. And what I mean by that is this. Women will be with a man that has cheated on them, and y'all will accept him back in the house after a couple weeks or whatever, a month or whatever y'all fizzle dizzle time is. He comes back in the house and you look at him and be like, And he has to hear, for the next week or 2, 3 weeks, or whatever it may be. Fellas, am I lying? Am I off to a good start? Fellas, not ladies, because y'all don't know. Y'all don't know because you don't know, because you just don't see yourself. What I'm going to do, just to make this thing right, I am going to show the actual chats as we go, okay? Because what I want to do is I want y'all to be able to, it's not about me, it's about the chats. So what we gonna do is I'm gonna bring up the chats as we go by so people can see those chats, all right? And y'all can go and read what everybody's putting up. If you're on Facebook, you can see it. But if you're not on chats, if you're not on Facebook, you may have to follow what we got going on here. All right, so let me just go back to this. I'm still learning the process of this, and I want to be able to make sure y'all can see what's going on. Over on the corner, you'll see some of the chats that's coming through. Here's what's up. I'm gonna finish my point, my take. Men don't have the patience that women have of the torture. And that's just part of the explanation, okay? That's just part of it. Now, ladies, y'all might not want to hear this, but this is coming from a male's point of view. There's several reasons why we don't want to keep going on after we've been cheated on. And the number one reason is we feel like at that point we can never trust you again. That's pretty obvious. I think that's a mutual feeling, right? And then I'll get to the good one at the end, but the second one is we're not going to sit in the house with you and look at you and make you feel bad about some shit that you already done. See, we don't have that type of energy. I mean, not a real man. A real man ain't gonna sit in the house every day and make your life a living hell. I don't see that. We're not gonna make your life a living hell. Just sitting there and making you feel bad while we watch, something on TV. You could be watching The Good Doctor, and no matter what you're watching on TV, there's always gonna be something there to trigger you. Oh my God! Don't let a Tyler Perry movie come on. You can't watch that with a woman that's been cheated on. You can't watch that, guys. If you're trying to make up, make sure you put the block on any Tyler Perry show, movie, or any of that shit, because your shit going right back from working this shit out to this shit ain't gonna never happen ever again. We gonna pay these bills and I'll holler at you. That's what's gonna happen. But the truth of the matter is, my fellas will probably co-sign this. The truth of the matter is we don't have the energy that y'all have to make our lives miserable. Now, I heard some ladies say, yeah, a man will stalk you. I read it. I don't know who said it, but I seen it in an overlay. I seen it. And she said, but a man to make your life difficult, and once I find me somebody else, that man will stalk you. No, you don't have a man, sweetheart. You got a crazy motherfucker. That's what you got. That's what you had. He was crazy when you had him. He was crazy after the fact. That's just a crazy dude. A real man can move on. That's probably why you don't understand what I'm trying to say. Real men move on. They don't make shit miserable for you. Unlike ladies, a lady will let you come back in the house. Will continue to do the shit she was doing for you. Wash or whatever, fix dinner. And, in our mind, we be like, whoa, what the fuck going on here? Hand you a plate, throw it at you. Huh, nigga? And you like, whoa, what's in that? What's in that food? But men ain't gonna do that. Let me give you the third reason why men ain't gonna stick around, and if they do, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. There's just true love if he stick around. But the other reason why men are just adios is because there's this thing. It's just this thing in our head. And that is somebody smashed. And this thing that go through your mind as a man is, does she like him better than she like me? Or what's the differences in our performance? A lot of shit come up. That come up. Now, I'm a real dude, so I'm gonna say what I say. All right, now that might not be everything everybody feel, but I done dealt with young men who I had to, it's just this code. All right, there's a code when it's a family member, especially if you see your family member, boyfriend or girlfriend out with somebody, and you know they on some different shit. I'm gonna go tell my family like, hey man, listen, bro, this is just man code with fellas. Like I don't know if I'm wrong for this, but when it's my close family member, I'm gonna definitely tap on the shoulder like, hey bro, look, this is what I seen. Now you work the shit out and go try to figure out if what I'm saying is right. I'm not telling you, I didn't see the smoking gun. I just heard the shot. Okay, and you go do the investigation if some shooting or some shit going on over there. But I'm just being honest with you. I am the one. I might not be a snitch and say this is what I said, but I will pull the coattail and say, hey, this is what I seen. This is what I seen. This is what I seen going on. I seen her in the car with dude, and I know dude ain't shit. I didn't see him and blah, blah, blah. I know what he about, blah, blah, blah. Go figure this shit out with your girl, man, and see if it's right. I've done that before to a family member. And, I've had situations where I have friends in the same situation, and some you're able to do that with. And then you have some that you step off because they do the same shit. We all got friends that don't do right. And the ones that don't do right, you don't look out for them the same way because those are the ones that can't handle what they dishing. I'm gonna be honest with you. But ladies, let's get back to what I just said. I hope you understand I'm not shooting shade, I'm just being real about this situation. And that is, there's reasons why men, it's not that we're weaker, we're just stronger. We're stronger to move on. And I'm talking about a real man. I ain't talking about a man where you packed his shit up in a garbage bag and he had his garbage bag in one hand and his PlayStation in the other hand, and he gone for a week or two though to his mama's house. I'm talking about a man that can leave your home and go establish himself another situation, another home. Let's leave the women out of it. Let's leave needing your side of the check out of it. I'm talking about a real man, a dude that can go fend for himself. He don't necessarily need your half of the rent. He can go do some other things. These type of brothers, these type of men will move on and not be that crazy type. And that's just my opinion. And I'm just being real with you. I mean, the bottom line is this. I think men handle being cheated on a little bit better than women. And you may not understand, you might not want to know why I feel that way, or you may not think that way, but the truth of the matter is I just think that men handle being cheated on better because we roll out like we don't want you no more. And women tend to want to keep that relationship together. You might not think you saying to yourself, I'm gonna make him think this shit is over. And I'm gonna make his life a living hell every day. I'm talking about when he wake up in the morning. And you can't, if she know the other woman's name, oh my God. It seemed like everything you watch on TV or the name of the jelly, let it be something sexy tuna, something name on a can, or let it be the same damn thing. Don't see, let's just say for instance, the girl that you didn't treat it on, fellas, her name is Angie. Or Angela, or no. Let's think of something. Let's think of something like, I don't know. Shit. Let's just say her name is something that's the name of a city. Her name is Charlotte. Let's just say her name is Charlotte. Okay, and you can't never go to Charlotte, North Carolina after that. You can't say Charlotte. You can't say nothing in your life can have anything to do with Charlotte at that point. You can't root for the Charlotte Hornets. You can't root for the Charlotte Panthers. Your ass can't be Charlotte nothing for the rest of your life because it's always going to be a trigger. It's always going to trigger her. So where am I wrong, ladies? What makes you think because you stick around in a relationship that you've been cheated on, what makes you stronger than that man? What makes you stronger and better and you handling it better? What makes you better? I'm just curious. What makes you better? I'm just curious to know. Because you have the strength to make his life miserable for the next month or two or however long it's going to take you, or for him to say, I can't do this shit no more. I can't do this no more. Where are all the mouths? Listen, where everybody at that had so much to say in the messenger? Now you're supposed to be calling. Y'all was like, you want me to save this for later? Or y'all want me to get his ass now? Remember all that? Who was blowing big earlier in the messenger? Everybody was, I'm gonna get his ass. I done brought my helmet down here and I got all my shit ready and I don't hear none of y'all. I see the messages, but I don't feel like reading right now. I'm put it on the screen so everybody else could see it. But I want to know why you feel the way you feel. Silence, crickets, crickets. So, my personal take is what I said. My personal take is this. I think men handle cheating situations better. I'm not talking about your crazy men. Let's leave the crazy men and the crazy women out of this. Let's use rational thinking people, people that have been hurt. I think that men tend to handle it better coming from a male's perspective, only from the perspective of saying, we can walk away. Ain't gonna be no more damage after this hurt. Let's see here. Latoya says it's not that we're better. Unfortunately, it's that we put up with more shit. Well, I have to agree with that. And that's kind of making my point. She's absolutely right. You put up with more shit, but it's almost like you don't really have to, right? You don't really have to put up with the shit, but you do. But don't think you putting up with the shit is like going undetected. Like, we know you put up with some shit, but at the same time, there's a price to pay for you putting up with that shit. We pay the price. We have to hear it. We have to hear the moans and the groans and the out of the blue. Just out of the blue. Y'all have y'all moments and you just and it's like, that don't feel good. It's a horrible payback. It's almost like it's a jail. It's a form of a jail. You're free, but you're in a mental jail. And it's like you hear, and not to mention, the hurt that you passed on to this young lady, to your woman. You hurt her, right? So now she's hurt. This is hard to explain without sounding like a dumbass or a jackass. But women don't understand that the hurt that we pass on to you may be enough punishment for us. Unfortunately, guys who are constantly cheating, that's a little bit different. That's a situation where I just think you're in a bad relationship. I think you're in a bad relationship. I think there's only one person in a relationship when it gets down to that point, and that's usually you. And that's not me talking to the women. That's just me talking to anybody that's being cheated on constantly. Because what y'all fail to realize is there's a lot of women that cheat, and they know what's going on the other man's end. They know, and there's a lot. And we always want to act like women don't cheat, and it's the craziest. It's the craziest thing in the world that I've ever heard, because human beings are human beings. And somebody said something earlier today in the chat, and they said that women cheat just as much as men, they just do it better. And that came from a woman. And I said to myself, at least she's honest. And here's the difference. Someone else said this. I don't remember who it was. It may have been Shane. Someone said, or it may have been Justin. Pardon me. Someone said in the chat earlier, they said that women cheat better, and women get prepared. They have a schedule when they're gonna cheat. Like, they're not like men, where a man could go to a club and jump off a one night stand. It's very unlikely that a woman would do something like that, but a man would. Okay, but a woman will meet somebody and kind of have a sidebar relationship with them for a little while, just to see how he is, because women are a little safer than us. It's the truth. Here's the part. Here. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. A man to cheat on a woman, right, at a nightclub. He don't know how crazy she is. He don't know how fertile she is, number one, but he don't know how crazy she is either. He don't know if him talking, he didn't really, him talking and lying and doing whatever he had to do to get that play that night. He don't know how far that's gonna go. When men don't take that chance, where a woman really won't take that type of chance for several reasons. Because you take the time, y'all a little more methodical when it comes down to that type of thing. And my opinion is the reason why you don't do that. Somebody who's done this before, correct me if I'm wrong. Um, we'll know who you are, but tell me, tell me if I'm right or wrong, if this makes sense. But the reason why you don't is because it's like a box of chocolates, right? You never know what you're gonna get from one of them niggas at the club. You don't know if he's psycho. You don't know if he'll come knock on your door one day and your man there. You just don't know. So you do take the time to figure out who you're dealing with before you take that next level of somebody that you might think that could be your boo thing on the side or whatever. You tend to measure him in a sense, no pun intended, but you have to figure out who you doing. What you doing? Sorry, not who you doing. I'm sorry. I'm reading this because Althea Williams, let me see. She says, Wyatt, no sir. Men can't handle it when the woman, excuse me, she said, no, she said, Wyatt, no sir. Men can't handle it when women now are built differently, stronger and smarter. The man cannot and will not forgive a cheating woman, but a woman will forgive a cheating man. Miss Williams, this is where I beg to differ with you, sweetie. This is where I beg to differ with you. Women always say forgive a man. Y'all don't forgive it. You forget about it for a moment, for moments, for time. It's never forgiven. I don't care what you say. You can say I'm wrong about that. You can say, but you ain't no woman. You can't tell me. Yeah, I can. Because even if you forgive us, there's always something in our mind. There's always something around us that reminds us of that situation, and you are complicit in reminding us of those situations. There are men that have been through situations with women, and we'll go out somewhere, and women do this shit all the time. Y'all get mad at us for some shit y'all see in another woman that y'all like. Man didn't even see her. I didn't even see them white shorts over there. I wasn't even looking over there. You like that bitch, don't you? Huh? I didn't even see her. I didn't even look over there. I didn't even see her. Y'all do shit like that. And it go with you. And that's more when the woman found out you cheated and she never knows who you cheated on or with. She don't know what the other woman looks like. She don't know her. She don't know her name. She don't know nothing. So now every woman out there is a suspect. And you go through life. Y'all could walk in a party months later, a year later, 2 years later. You have never forgiven that man. 2 years later, you can walk in a party and something trigger that woman. And it's usually a woman that your woman. See, here's the thing. Y'all don't think I'm crazy about this, but see, women are a little bit more, they're a little bit more open on female crushes. Unlike a man. Like a man could say, yeah, dude slick, he cool, he cool. He'll never say he got a crush on a male. See, that's too feminine sounding, right? Even from a real G, we don't quite say we got a male crush on somebody. We'll just be like, oh yeah, dude slick, he's setting it off, he doing what he doing. Okay, he there, he doing what he doing. But a woman will be like, damn, she is fine. Damn, and she got them hips. She'll describe another woman like a man do. And y'all do it. Y'all don't have no problems with that. A straight woman, y'all do that. And I don't have no problems with it. It's not I'm not shooting shade. I'm just telling you that women know what's attractive in other women. Y'all get it. Y'all see it. And let your woman who have been hurt from you cheating see a woman that she think is sexy. Bro, your ass ain't even have to see that woman when y'all walked in the room. She gonna say something to your ass. And there's some brothers right now who ain't gonna whisper. They ain't gonna say nothing. But they know I'm telling the truth. And it's some sisters, it's some ladies out there right now Black ones, white ones, Puerto Ricans, Asians that know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't know who your man cheated with on you, every woman is a suspect. And it could be a woman that he don't even find attractive. Things that he like in a woman may not be what you like in a woman or you think he likes in a woman. See, Kevin B threw the eyes up because he don't want to say shit, but he know what I'm saying. He know that to be the truth. I can't speak for all men. I could only speak for the G's. And I'm telling you what it is. And the bottom line is this. Let's just be honest. Let's be true. The only reason why men that I say men handle these cheating situations better is because we have the ability and the strength to end it, deaden it, relationship over right now. Don't call me, don't fax me, don't. It sound like a judge on a domestic violence dispute, and when the man getting a bond or the defendant getting a bond, do not fax, write, text, email. Go through a family member. Don't call, right? Don't touch base through kids. Don't do none of that shit. That's kind of how men write relationships off. And it's not just because the emotional part of you cheated on me, now I can't trust you. No, some men just can't handle the fact that, oh, you was fucking with Ricky? Ricky? My dude? Ricky? Happens all the time. He can't stand the fact that Ricky smashed. And it's a visual. Now, my question to the ladies is, what are you really angry about? Are you more angry at the fact that there was some sexual situations going on and it makes you wonder how that sexual situation was for them? Or are you just mad at the fact that I know y'all gonna say this is the one, but that he just wasn't loyal to you and he cheated on you? Is that really what it is? Or is it a combination of all of it? Where does the anger come from? Is the anger coming from the disloyalty, the I've done so much for you? I'm just curious to know, because that's one of the things that we would like to do is get in some people's heads, and I just like to know, is it like Kat said? She says we mad at the betrayal. That's an honest answer. That's an honest answer. But let me ask you, are you more angry at the betrayal and the unloyal and the man not being loyal to you? Or are you upset at the fact that he gave away something that you thought was only yours in sexual situations? Is that a touchy spot? Because regardless what a man will say right here on this show, this man right here is telling you something right now. And that is one of the top things of why a man will walk away once another man has been there with your woman is because another man smashed while y'all was together. And that right there makes a man feel like, not necessarily that he's less than a man, but he feels like if she'll do it once, she'll do it again, and I ain't having it. And women feel that same way. Y'all feel that same way. But your answer is, we'll work it out. It ain't the instant answer. That's not what you say instantly. After you done tossed over tables and threw shit around and nigga get out and called the police and threw his shit out, put all his shit in garbage bags, threw his PlayStation out, do all that. Do all of it. That's common. We see it. We see it all the time. Tell him don't never come back. Your mama ain't shit either. I knew I should have never been with you. I look at your people. Your people ain't shit. Y'all cut deep. Y'all cut deep. And here's the other thing that I say. Even in the areas in heated moments, you can tell that men take shit better than women when it comes to things like this, because even in a moment like that, we still watch our tongue with y'all. We still won't say certain shit to y'all even when we know it'll hurt you the most. We still won't do it. But a woman will unload a can of kick ass, will unload a can of insults, a can of everything that know how to tear a man down. Y'all will do it. And that's your get back. That's your strength. That's your That's your kryptonite to a man who thinks he's Superman. And that is, I'm gonna tell this dude everything. Let me do a spoiler alert right now from The Shy. It just happened on The Shy. All right, there's a guy that run a restaurant. Him and his woman, they young, and they have a son, and they had this relationship, and he's cheated on her several times. All right, and she's tired of it. Matter of fact, she the weed girl, so she go around selling weed to the houses and the rappers and everybody. So she's selling weed to everybody. But now she didn't got he got this partner in the restaurant business, right? And that partner is what's his name? Camarlo, what's his name? Camelo Anthony. It's his wife, Lala Anthony. It's Lala, okay? And he had sex with his business partner before him and his wife got married. And they all were friends. So he go back and tell his wife he couldn't live with himself. He couldn't live with himself with what was going on. He had these voices in his mind. The craziest shit about it is if you don't see this show, I'm sounding real crazy right now because I'm about to tell you something that's even crazier in that situation. The kid that I'm talking about who smashed his business partner, his daddy is now is that girl's man. That's just the craziest shit. You got to catch up. If you don't watch The Shy, you should watch The Shy. It has a lot of complications in it, but if you watch it from the beginning, you'll know exactly where it all come from, and it'll make perfect sense to you. That all being said, now they're in a relationship, and they call it an open relationship because she's done with him cheating, and they then ran into another couple who happened to be a gay couple who then convinced them that having an open relationship is better. I don't think that's working out for them. But to the point at hand of what got him there, he always cheated. She had enough. She went out and cheated on him and let him know about it. And what she did is when she came home after the night and he said, "Where you been? You been with such and such?" And she said, "Yep, yep." And he said, well, he tried to accept it. He tried to accept it. And he did. But this is TV. I ain't never seen that type of situation happen out in real life. Never. I ain't in everybody's homes, but the shit just, you could tell it's been written. It's not realistic. But that being said, the brother is asking her like, okay, so you did this and y'all sexual acting, and at least tell me that you protected yourself. Do he do this? Do he do that? And he was asking questions, and I'm like, whoa, bro, this is too much. I don't know if I would want to know all of that. But one thing she did say is she knew that his curiosity was so high that she felt like hurting him, and she used his curiosity as a weapon. She used the fact that he was wondering and wanting to know if it was good or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And what she said to him, I wish maybe y'all should go watch it. But I'm a spoiler alert this one. So close your ears if you don't want to hear it. But she said, yeah, he asked, did he pull out? All that old type of stuff. Not to get too vulgar, but she said, I don't know because we both was coming at the same time. And she was just saying shit to hurt him. And I don't know if a man would do that to a woman as far as describing certain situations. First of all, I've never known a man personally, correct me if I'm wrong, I've never known a man who dealt with a woman cheating on him and his response was to be mad and then to go out and cheat on her and then come home and let her know of his infidelities and then describe how much better the other woman is than your woman. I just don't know if a man can get away with that. I know a woman can get away with that because y'all have the balls to do that. No pun intended. But a man can't do that. We can't do that. There's just things that men and women just do separate. We just can't do it. And I'm just letting you know my perspective, and nobody will probably agree with this other than men, but I have to be on our side on this one, not simply because I'm a man, but just because I know the differences in the arrangements of being mad. And what I mean by that is a woman will let the man stay home, keep him in the house, and make everything miserable. We will never know. We sleep with one eye open. We never know what's gonna happen. You gotta monitor what's going on on TV. You gotta keep your guard up. You don't know if some shit in the food that she just made. You scared to go out. Y'all go out and she see women that she think look good and she put them on you. It happens. Do men do that to women when men catch them cheating? Do they handle it the same way? That's my question. And I just think that men handle it. It might not be the answer you want to hear. It may not be the answer that you want to hear, but it's the truth. A man ain't about to do all that bullshit. We will piece your ass out. It's over. I ain't about to go through. You see, listen. Y'all see what Gary Owens did, and I ain't even on his team. I ain't on his team. But if his wife would have never came out and said all the shit and put his business out there and all this old shit about the rent and the mortgage, the mortgage and you ain't doing shit and deadbeat and blah, blah, blah. If she would have never came out and said all that shit, y'all would have never known, we would have never known that they were going through a divorce. It took her to do all that old shit. And she still want him. That's exactly my point. Now, what is he doing? He pieced her ass out. He don't want to have nothing else to do with her. And I don't mean this in a bad way, because believe it or not, fellas, don't get mad at me. I'm actually on Kenya's side, but I gotta use Gary to make my point about how we do shit. And it's white men, black men, it's all the same. I'm just being honest with you. What somebody say that somebody was like, exactly. Let me see. What did I miss? Did I miss something? Let me see something. Athea Williams replying to Athea Williams, she said, replying to Athea Williams, Carrie Clifford said exactly what you say. Let me see. Oh, okay. All right, I see. Let me just see if I can bring that up. Let me see something. I'm gonna go to Miss Williams' comment. I thought she was gonna call in, but it's cool. Let me put this because it's a little long, it's a little lengthy. My apologies, guys. The man want to fight if a woman cheat. They pride be so hurt. If it happens to a woman, our heart hurt and move on. Then here come the bum again trying to get you back, but it's too damn late. Okay. I mean, first let's say this. Let me ask this question. And this isn't for me to give you the answer that's right for you. This is for me. I'm asking a question so men can get a better understanding of something. Do you think that men and women cheat for the same reason? Do you think a man cheats on a woman for the same reason that a woman cheats on a man? Is it the same? I'm just curious. I'd like to know what people think about that. I'm no sex expert. I'm no, relationship expert. I've never played one on a podcast. I'm not trying to be one now. So I'm not going to give you some type of, I don't know, psychiatrist type of an explanation. This is us. This is us just talking amongst each other. I'm curious to know if do you really think there's a difference of why we cheat? Carrie Guilford says, nope, not at all. Men cheat just because. So do women cheat just because? Help me out. Miss Williams says, I'm about to call and a man better not say a word or I'm going to pop them in the kisser. So violent, Miss Williams, you are. Listen, it's not about that. Let's get a clear understanding. Wait a minute, hold on. Somebody else just said something. Dominique Finley says, men cheat just to do it. Women cheat because it's something lacking at home. So men don't cheat because it's something lacking at home? We just cheat because? So what you're telling me is this. Based on what you just said, I'm going to use this as an example, I guess. I don't know. Or I'm going to use this in my understanding of what you're saying. So a man who cheats on his woman has an issue at home. Or no, I'm sorry. Backwards. A man that cheats just does it just because. He could be totally happy at home. Everything could be gravy. Everything's in order. Everything, loving family, loving kids. He just cheats just because he's a dog. But a woman cheat because she has a reason. Man, Do you see how crazy that sounds? That sounds absolutely crazy. I don't understand why y'all think y'all so much better than this situation. I don't get it. I'm gonna lose a few. I'm gonna lose a few. I don't understand why. You know what? I can't even remember how crazy some shit was that somebody just said to me before this show came on the air. It was earlier. And it was something to the sense of a woman only. I can't even remember. It'll come back to me. It was the craziest shit I had ever. It was so vain. Do you understand what I'm saying? A woman can't see herself doing anything wrong. It was so vain that it was some payback shit, but there was nothing. Do you realize that you're just as guilty as the problem when you do a payback? So if you no different than fighting. You know, if somebody punch you and there's other ways of handling the payback, if you punch them back, you're going to jail just like they going to jail. That's just how it go. But I'm not understanding why women think that because they cheat because there's something lacking at home is any better than, or why you would think a man just cheats just because. A man can't cheat because there's something lacking at home? You don't want to hear that part of it, do you? Because that means something that the woman might be doing might be lacking, and it may not have anything to do with sexual. This is what women don't understand. Don't. This is what a lady. Please hit the share on this. I'm about to do something. I'm about to tell you something that is going to interrupt the man code. So hit the share. Fellas, forgive me. Fellas, forgive me. But I'm about to say something right now that is totally against the man code, but it's going to be the truth, okay? And you're just going to have to give me a second here. Somebody called. I apologize. Somebody called and I missed the call. So call back. Call back if I missed you. Let me explain something to you, ladies. Please hit the share. I want to say this. I know men are hard. I know we're strong. Sorry, Miss Williams. Can you call back? I hit the button by accident. I know we're strong. I know all of that. But let me explain something to you. You know all that take out to dinner, tell you how sweet you are, take you out to dinner, treat you to this, treat you to that, have a nice evening, makes you feel like a queen. All that shit y'all need to be pampered. All that type of good loving, that great attention that you ask for, that you always say you need. I'm gonna give you a little something. Free game. We need it too. Men need it too. Now, I ain't talking to every woman out there because y'all already know. But there's some women actually that don't know. That really don't know. It's all about you. It's all about you. And you can't even see what your man need. You think you know what he need. You think you giving him what he want. But you may not. You may not. And what y'all don't understand is we need those dinners out too. Not us taking you to dinner. Let me tell you one of the things that y'all don't do. Is you guys very, 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 very seldom, and I shouldn't say seldom, that's not the right way to say this, but you guys have to make us feel like kings just as much as you want to feel like a queen. Does that make sense? So the same wants and needs that you all have, we have them same things. It just might be different. We might not want to go to the nail shop and get our nails done. There may be something else that he wants and what he needs. So we got to be fair about that. Miss Williams, why you hang up? I had you on the line. I just had you on pause. Hold on. Let me try to see if I can get you back. You keep calling. I don't know if the call was meant to be. Cause I'm just saying. I mean, you dropped that time on your own. I don't know what happened. But I'm just being honest, and I'm gonna say this. For you to think that a man cheats just because, that's wrong. I'm not gonna go out like that. I'm not gonna let my fellas go out like that. Miss Williams, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Let's make sure we got a good connection here. I apologize. I think the first time was on me. The second time may have been on you. So the third time we got it all right. We good. What's
Yeah, we
going
got
on, Miss
it.
Williams? Where my brother at?
He downstairs on his game where he's supposed to be, because it's man against woman today. Okay.
Oh shit. You know what? Before you go on, let me say something real fast. Let me say something real fast before you go on. I'm gonna apologize to the fellas right now, even with Miss Williams on the phone. Let me tell you why I'm gonna apologize. Because I know that Father's Day is coming up, and I should have did this show after Father's Day because it's got to be raggedy at somebody's Father's Day. Thank God my wife don't. That's what I'm. That's that he on his game. He ain't. Hey, Wyatt, bro, I'll holler at you, man. You on your own. They ain't nobody gonna send me Happy Father's Day shit.
I do believe that men take cheating worse than women.
Of course you do. Of course you think that.
No,
Of course you think that.
In all seriousness, they cannot take what their own behavior is. Sometimes women do things to get back, to show the hurt that they endured in a relationship. A man will do it. A woman will say, okay, I believe you. I take you back. Blah, blah, blah. Let's move forward.
But do y'all really move forward?
Some couples have.
Okay.
And these are in marriages that women have forgiven their husbands. So some, yes. Would I? No. But
okay.
with
Honest.
that being said, let a woman go out here and cheat and it's exposed to the man. They cannot take it. They're so crybabies. I put a message on your thing. I said they will look at themselves seriously in the mirror and watch themselves cry. Like, I can't believe she did this. Like, they'll watch themselves.
Don't worry, fellas. I got us. Don't worry, fellas. Don't let her pop off. Let her pop off. I got her ass. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
You know it's true.
Now go ahead.
They will watch themselves cry.
I'm all in the mirror. Oh shit. Go ahead. Hold on, I ain't mean to cut you off. Give me 1 second, Miss Williams. It ain't that I cut you off. You got disconnected by accident. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you.
All right, that's my fault. Listen. Here's the thing. Let me say this before you finish because I'm gonna need you to start over a little bit if you had a time. Check this out.
Okay.
On Wyatt Live right now, what we doing is you see the lights. Can y'all see the lights on the screen by any chance? The lights around us. Miss Williams, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, y'all see the lights and shit, right? Those lights mean something, all right?
What it mean?
I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you right now. It's
I
about
can't see it. I'm on my phone.
Okay, well, let me describe. We got the lights, the digital lights going on, and you just changed the pace of the room. The room is now red.
Yes, bring that smoke.
Yeah, we
Team
red.
moment.
We red. Damn it, it's time to kick it in. We red now.
Okay.
We red. Let's get at it. Ain't no
Let's
more
get
blue
at it.
lights. No more blue sky. Let's get at it.
Turn us red.
So
Crank up the heat.
here it is. It's hot as hell in here. So this is what I want to do. I want you to try to describe to me, why do you think that a woman can take the cheating better than a man? Is it simply because a woman stays? You think that's strength because she stays?
No, because we're built different.
Oh.
We're built different.
Oh.
Our strength is different. Our mental is different. We can take things and we can move on. Honestly, we can. You know, if you say, and that's why you have some successful relationships. All relationships that are successful are not perfect. They accept the imperfections and move on. A man, it usually comes from a man though. Let a woman come in there and have cheated. They ask dumb questions.
Like what? What's a dumbass question when your woman then cheated? What's
you want me to really say it?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What's a dumbass question that y'all don't ask? Y'all, I bet it's the same thing.
I went to the hair salon, and I'm telling you, the questions are crazy. Did you like him better? Was it better than me?
You don't think?
What made you do
You don't
it?
think women feel that way? You
What?
trying to tell me women don't? They don't feel that same way? Okay, so what? That's the difference in the strength. That's the difference. At least a man will ask. You might think it's a dumbass question, but you know what? It takes strength to be able to speak up.
We're accepting. A woman will accept the cheating. They will accept it, move on, and that's the difference because it's hurt to a woman. It will hurt a woman's heart because they love hard. A man is his pride. Another man, then they want to size him up. They want to see what he looked like. They want to know where it works. You see it. They even kill men. They
Well,
can't
you
take
you
it.
you gotta understand something. There's a code amongst men. See, the things that you just
Ain't no code.
yes it
There's no
is.
code.
Yes
First
it is.
of all,
You gonna cut?
Right, there's no code.
Did you
There's
just
no
did
code.
you
There's
did,
no
did
code.
you just
There's a
cut?
code of conduct, but there's no code. See, a man will support that bull crap, but then when they get hurt, when they say, "Oh, my wife, I done found her, she done cheated on me," now the man be like, "Yeah, get rid of her."
Oh
But
my
they ain't
God,
telling
the
man-
lights
they
are
ain't
red
telling
in
that
here.
man,
Cut
hey,
this
don't
shit
cheat
down.
on your wife.
Cut
They
this-
actually helping you. They helping the man cheat. But now all of a sudden, if the wife got his ass back, now it's like, "Oh man, we can't believe her. She's cold blooded." Come on.
Nah, see, you went off. You did that. You fighting the force, sis. You saying something totally different than what I was about to say. But let me just tell you.
Okay.
Y'all think y'all dealing with the shit better than us. But when we can ask you certain questions, see, it's when we can ask you certain questions and stand up to it, that's more hard. Like, you got to understand there is a code amongst men. And you think that I was saying the code is we protect one another. And no, there's a code like this. Bro, we know how it is for our, like, we just, like, let me put it to you like this. I don't know how I need to say this. I'm going to look in the camera and say this. If your man, if you get caught cheating, okay, your woman go out and cheat with somebody, a man would rather it be somebody that you done snuck off with on a one-night stand. I ain't saying there's no right or there's no better way to get cheated, but this is a little bit less painful. I'd rather my woman cheat on me in a one-night stand on a dude that didn't know me. He didn't know she was married. He don't know nothing about it. She just getting some get back or whatever. That's a whole different cheat.
But then I tell you, women are smarter. They don't do that. They will not risk going out on a one night stand. It's going to be somebody.
Women do it.
You know,
women do it. Women do it. Women
what?
do it.
Wow, my
Did
God.
you just are you saying women don't? You saying women don't go out on one night stands? I see it all the time.
I'm saying cheating. If a woman cheats, I'm telling you, it's somebody that's very close to her because she's hurt, and it's usually going to be someone that she exposed what happened in her household, and she have a weak moment. That's what happens. It's the truth.
And we have those same weak ass moments. What you talking about, sis?
And believe it or not, they really probably didn't want to even sleep with the guy. It was just she's trying to create that hurt back on the male.
So let me ask you a question. That's a great point. Let me ask you a question because I've seen that before. Let me ask you a question. So, and I'm not saying from your experience or anything. I'm just, since you're giving me all of that, I want to learn something here. In that moment that a woman makes that bad decision, even if it's someone that she didn't want to sleep with, she's just trying to get back at the dude. How does she feel the next day? I need to know that. Does she feel like, oh my God, I did what? Does she feel good about what she did? How is that payback?
Wait. I can't say in both ways. Like, because if you're in love with somebody, that's definitely not going to make you feel good as a woman. But if you're really pissed, you're going to be like, yeah, that's what that nigga get. You get what I'm saying? You do feel like that get back. Because this is what he's done to you. He's hurt you because he's been off with. And believe me, it's confirmation. A woman is not going to get cheated on without knowing. Actually, it's just a confirmation. Once it comes to you, it's confirmation. A woman always has that intuition that something is going on. It's just a confirmation. And then that's what burns the woman up because they ask questions prior to. It's always a conversation before. Cheating just don't pop up.
Okay. All right. But you know what that shit sound like to me? Let me be honest with you and tell you this. You know what you know what it sound like when I hear a woman cheats on a man to pay him back? You know this is going to be a little extreme.
Okay.
But I'm going to be honest with you. This sound like some shit like this. I'm driving the car and she want to pay me back. So she going to kill me. She going to grab the wheel and we going to drive off the cliff. So she gonna kill herself trying to kill me. That's the type of shit that sound like to me.
But it ain't none of that man's business. Once he done cheated and she done went about her business, she can do whatever she wants because he didn't value her when he had her. So what she does is what she does. How she feels, she got to deal with that.
Oh, shit, I didn't heard it all.
Oh. Okay? That's her business. You get what I'm saying? Like, once she find out that man cheat,
What she does is on her own time. She ain't do it while she was with you. A woman normally cheats after she been hurt. And just like Dominique, I read her message. She said a woman will cheat when there's something lacking in the home. That's because the man is absent. Either he's absent physically or he's absent mentally, and there's no connection. So the one that will connect with her, that's when the cheating starts.
So are you trying to tell me it's the man's fault?
It is the
Oh
man's
my God.
fault.
See, that's
It
all you
is-
had to say, because
Right,
that's what messed it all up.
right.
Because it ain't
is
always the man's fault. Maybe
fault.
he don't deal with her ass because of who she is.
No, it ain't. It's because of the little boy he is.
Oh,
You shouldn't
shit.
be in a relationship. If you can't handle the relationship, get out of it. And that's what they were saying. Communicate, because everybody don't have to be in a relationship.
Man, do y'all hear
You
this?
don't
Where
have
my
to.
fellas
We
at,
can
man? Where
actually
the
come to
G's
a
at,
common
man? Do
agreement
y'all
that
hear this
whatever we're
nonsense?
gonna do at night, that's what we do, and you go about your business, I go about mine. But don't sit in here and try to play house as if we're together and you're out here cheating, you lying to me, but you're with another woman. You get what I'm saying? That ain't cool. So what a woman does beyond that, it's on him. And believe it or not, he's gonna hurt. His pride is hurt.
Man,
And he's
I am
and-
not.
And true enough, he's really not worried about the woman when he's doing it. But after she do it, oh, he worried. He worried because
What he worried about?
These men out here soft. They out here. They got jelly backs. They ain't standing up and being real men out here. They want to be out here entertaining this broad and in their face. You know what I'm saying? You cannot conduct yourself in that manner, or that woman will acknowledge it. She's going to talk about it. That's one thing about women. She will bring it up. If you don't listen, it's on you. That's why I said we're smarter. Mentally and physically, we get signs. We will talk about it.
That's
And
bullshit.
if your communication ain't there, that's on you.
That's
player.
bullshit.
But now you sitting there and you're in the bathroom looking at yourself with your tears dropping down your face.
So what you saying to me is a woman would never cheat if a man would just listen.
If she had a man that will listen and communicate, have that open dialogue,
Y'all
she will not
know that's
step
a
out on
lie.
that man.
Y'all
She will
know
not
that's a
step out on
lie.
that man. Because I'm telling you why. Sex is not just. I don't know why people put so much pressure on sex. Sex ain't.
I ain't
it's
said-
not. It's so overrated.
Well,
It's so overrated.
well,
You get what I'm saying?
that's another
But
show.
when
But
when it comes time to something like that, it's just a connection that y'all share. You know what I mean? It's an attraction. So for a woman to feel attracted to another man, she has to be unattracted to her mate.
now that
That's all I'm
right
saying.
there is not true.
That is very true.
That is not true.
Ah,
That is
you're
not
killing
true.
me.
That is not true.
And
That
that's
is not
why
true.
you're
You
saying-
can't tell
that's why
me that
you're
the only
saying
reason
I'm
why
wrong, 'cause they
you
man one of those
can't
men
you can't
on the
tell me,
have commented
Miss Williams.
because they so scared to speak up and speak out. That's because their communication is off. That's because they're afraid of judgment. You can't be afraid of judgment when
You
it's an
can't
open
tell me.
communication. You're just asking for an opinion. It's
So
not like you're
so
trying to
so
nail them in the
you trying to
coffin.
tell
What's wrong
me
with 'em?
you trying to tell me this, Miss Williams? Are you telling me that there's women sitting at home right now that pretend they're in a great relationship, that the man don't see any distractions in their relationship, and she's out cheating on him? You're saying that's not happening right now in America? You telling me there's some women? Wait a minute,
It's
hold on,
different
hold
than
on.
boyfriend and girlfriend.
No,
though.
I
I
said
can't
okay.
say
No,
that.
I'm
There's
talking
a
about
difference
husband
in
and wife.
boyfriend-girlfriend
I don't-
relationship.
I'm talking about
There's a
husband and
difference.
wife. Husband and wife.
Than
You te-
wife and husband. There is a
Okay,
difference.
you
So I
telling
think
me
that's
that there's
important.
okay, let me clarify. You telling me there's some wives sitting at home right now that's with their husbands, and the husband think everything is good. Everything is cool. She ain't came to him with no situations of we ain't getting along mentally, spiritually, and all that physically, none of that. We ain't getting along with her. She ain't said none of that. He think everything is good. And you telling me that same woman who got her man thinking everything is good, she's not cheating on her man? Those relationships don't exist? That's what you trying to tell me?
I'm not saying it don't exist.
Well, that's what you just
but
described.
If a woman, first of all, we
You
all
said
know
a
this
woman
wrong.
has to
If a
be
woman
wrecked.
Stop talking. If a woman stop talking, that's because she's tired. She through.
Well-
she through. She done threw in the towel. If a woman stop talking, that should scare any man. Any man. If your wife walking around, you don't know
Well,
what's on her
I'll be
mind and
honest.
all that-
I'll be honest with you. I will give you this. I will say this to you. I've said that before to some of my friends who came to me, and I was a little younger, and they would say to me things like, "Where you going? You can go do that. You can do this and do that." And I'd be like, "Well, yeah, I have an understanding." And they'd be like, "Bro, you tripping? You ain't got to say. You ain't got to do all." And I'd be like, "Bro, your woman don't care where you are. She don't care what you doing. She don't care." And I would tell them, "Bro, that ain't the way. That ain't the relationship you should be in. Like that ain't cool. When she don't care where you at, you better be wondering where she is." That's what I used to say.
Okay. And that's what Dominique was
But that's the
saying.
same
Yeah.
thing with a man, with a woman. If he don't care where you going, sis, you might want to check on where he going. I say the same thing about that with
But
man
that
and
you
woman.
just confirmed what I said.
No, I didn't
woman
confirm
will
what
not
you
get
said.
out there if she's not
I didn't
occupied. Like,
confirm
if she's
your point.
occupied, she's okay.
I think you making my point, and that is women do the same thing that men do. They just do it different. So if
You're trying to say women don't occupy their husbands? Like
I never
they're
said
really
that.
not entertaining their
No,
husbands?
what you saying is a woman that's perfectly happy and living behind this white picket fence, and she's having
No, you just made that narrative.
Okay,
You
yeah, I
just
did.
made
I
that
added the
narrative.
white picket fence. Damn it, I added that. Yeah, but I just gotta paint the picture to benefit what I'm doing. But I'm just
Okay.
saying. All I'm
Okay.
telling you is there are women that are somewhat happy at home. They don't have any. They haven't described any pain to their husbands or told their husband shit. The husband think everything is gravy, and she's still tippy-toeing out on that man.
Well,
Yes.
Wyatt, you do have these men, and that's why I'm team woman, because I'm about to bust it all out. You do have these men that sit and pretend that the man's still working good, won't go get checked out. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be explicit, but you can't sit around and be non-pleasurable to your spouse. And if something's going wrong, you should fix that area. Maybe the intimacy is off where he's
But
no
wait a
longer.
minute. But wait a minute. Didn't you just say that part of it is overrated? So that shouldn't make you go out.
It is overrated. But when you say somebody's tiptoeing for sexual pleasures,
I said
that
cheating.
could be a reason.
Well, maybe so, but maybe that's the same reason why men do the same things, some of the things that they do. Maybe you do. Wait, no, I'm saying. See, let me just say something to you. Women, I personally, quite frankly, this could be wrong, but this is my opinion.
Okay.
I think that men and women deal with sex different. Okay, like
Yeah.
like for instance, I'm gonna give you a little piece of my truth. Okay, and I hate that I have to say this, but it is Wyatt Live, and I feel I can say what I need to say. But quite frankly, I think that prostitution it would never benefit me. I don't understand what a man gets out of having sex with a woman that's not feeling him. You understand what I'm saying? Like emotionally. I mean, why would you want to go deal with a woman and you paying her this money, but yet she don't even know you. She ain't into you. And
Because men live in a fantasy world.
well, some of us, just like women do, y'all do too. But that's why y'all spend thousands of dollars on weddings and shit like that, because it's a fantasy.
Don't come for us. Don't come for us, wife.
Why
That's
do
why we
you
spend
keep talking
thousands on
about
weddings.
men, but every time I say something about a woman, there's these guards and gates and
Don't come.
all
If
this
you want
old
some
shit.
Boy, I tell you.
I'm just being honest. We all got fantasia ass minds. We all got these fantasy minds. We all live in these make believe worlds at times for different things, But to be honest with you, I'm just being honest. Like, it's one. I'm giving you a piece of my truth right now, and that is I never understood how men would really go rock with a prostitute. And see, that's the difference. Substituting in a man and some of the like your beliefs of why men actually go out and cheat. There are things lacking when a man go out and cheat. It's not always about sex. Maybe some of the things that you all are doing and saying unknowingly is something that makes him feel less than what he considers to be a man. So he looks for that compassion. I'm gonna give you another thing. One of the things I don't like to do. I don't like to go to restaurants. This is gonna sound a little petty, but I'm being petty right now. I don't like to go to restaurants like Hooters. The reason why I don't like to go to Hooters has nothing to do with the food, has nothing to do with none of that. I've had to tell those waitresses several times, back up off me, shorty. I don't have low self-esteem. I don't need you to put your chest in my face and tell me how great I am, what's my cologne. I don't need to hear all that shit so you can get a tip. I just came for the wings, babe, and we're going to watch the game. Back up off me. I don't need that in my life. But there are a lot of guys that go to Hooters for that same reason, because they are lacking this. You know, women tend to have this problem with giving men self-esteem. Y'all feel it's weak, but men need that self-esteem sometime needs to be risen, and y'all got to water the plant of self-esteem sometime in men.
We do.
And
We
women,
do.
no, not all women do. And them the same women that holler and heap and roll when he step out, because some other woman then gave this man some type of attention that he's not getting at home. But y'all always want to put it on, he just a dog, he wants sex. No, we have emotional needs just like women.
But
Fellas,
it leads
stand
to
up.
sex. Those very
Fellas,
things we
stand up.
talking
I
about,
got
it
us.
leads to
I got
sexual
us.
relationships.
I got us. What?
You do not have them. You do not have. You made a valid point. You did, because a woman do need to uplift her husband the same way we need it. We need it too. If you're not telling us that we're beautiful, if you're not telling us how we look in the outfit, you know, that we're leaving out in, and another man does it, of course it's going to draw that attention from another person, because you're lacking that at home, and they're not valuing what they have, because we get so comfortable with who we're with. And you get out of the dating phase. Like, dating phase is fun, you get what I mean? Like,
I
you
get it.
go out on dates. Even, you know, me and my husband, if I was to go out, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll meet you there this time. Like, we're not riding in the same car, and I'm gonna get dressed before you even get home. Like, you just have to keep things spiced up, and in that dating form, you just don't want to get too comfortable.
I got
So
you.
you didn't make one valid
Nah,
point.
I
But
didn't
you
make a
do
whole
know-
lot of
you
valid
know how to
points.
be.
I didn't make a whole lot of valid points. It's just
When you talking about we call it weak. We don't call it weak until we see something out of the norm. Like, oh, you got a new cologne? Oh, where you going? Oh, you never leave. Oh, you didn't come in on time. Oh, who is this on your phone?
So when a
Yeah.
man step
So-
his game up, you feel a little shaky. You feel like there's something going on. You feel like you got to be on your guard when a man jump his game up, because maybe another woman told him, or maybe he was drawing in,
when
you know.
he goes out of his norm.
Oh,
When he
what's
goes
his
not
norm?
jump up his game.
Wait a minute,
We
wait a minute,
love
wait a minute,
when
wait a
man
minute,
jump
wait a
up
minute,
their
sis.
game
Wait a
now.
minute, sis.
We're asking them to pep that game up. I'm saying when they're acting out of the norm, when it don't include you, it's a problem.
Oh, sis, hold on. So when a man steps out of his zone, which is your comfort zone, that's when there's a problem. See,
No, not my comfort.
no, you just said
with
when he
that.
steps out of his norm.
Yeah.
What's his
Yeah.
norm? What you
I
expect
just
from him?
told you, when he's staying out all night, you don't know where he's at, he's not answering his phone, just doing different things, like I said, that a woman will notice. Before the conversation, they will notice, and then they will ask. And then when the confirmation comes through that they have been cheating, that's why a woman can take it, because she's already seen this. She's just waiting for it to come to her. She ain't gonna go look for it. She's not gonna go look for
Yes,
it.
women
but when
do.
It come to her,
Women-
she
women-
gonna
women-
deal with it.
women-
And that's
women
why she's
do.
able to bounce back. That's where our
Women
strength come
do.
from.
Women
We're
do.
made to that. We got
Women
that
do.
bounce
Fellas, I
back
got
in
us. I got us, fellas. Women look for the cheat. Y'all look
Yep.
for it. Y'all look for it. Yes, you do.
us.
Yeah, it don't just happen.
No,
It don't
look
just
for
y'all
signs.
y'all
Anything
just
that's off, it's gonna stand out. Anything
Y'all-
that's
y'all
off
look
is
for
gonna
it.
stand out.
Am I
If you're
wrong?
with somebody 10, 15 years and they start doing things a little different without you, it could be inclusive, then you won't have any problems. But if it's without you, you're gonna really say, okay, what's up?
Well, let me just explain something to you. I'm still sticking to my guns because I'm just a G at this shit. Men
Well, I
handle.
think
Hold, you ain't
Chris
even
is
let
tall.
me finish. Men handle.
Because I don't agree with you, Wyatt.
And that's cool, because you just ain't gonna get it like a man gonna get it. Men handle cheating better than women, and it all depends on the perspective of what you think.
That's why you so close-minded. You won't listen to what a woman has to say because you a man.
No.
And I'm a woman.
And
Yeah.
listen, in my whole argument, I have complimented women. I know where they strong. I know where they weak. I have been on women's side almost everything I've ever talked about. But on this
Except
one here,
cheating.
sis, on this, no, I'm not. Listen, first of all, let me make this PSA for the record. Let me put it on the record. It's wrong for a man and a woman to cheat. I think where we're getting off the subject is this: what men do when a woman cheats and what a woman do when men cheat. I'm saying that both of them are wrong, but a man handles it different than a woman, and I think the way that a man handles cheating that a woman has done is better. And the reason why I say it's better is because a man will piece a relationship out and move on to the next, where a woman will drag a woman will drag a bad relationship all the way out. She'll drag it out. And you know that's the truth. Women, and y'all call it being patient and being there and being loyal and sticking with it and sticking it out. That's what y'all call it. But the bottom line is, no, you're not sticking with it, sticking it out. You just prolonging most of the time. No, and I'm not saying all of them. All of them don't end. But some of them just stretch out as far as you can stretch the rubber band before it finally break. And you didn't win.
It's called being trusting.
No, it's not. It's not having the strength to end some shit at the beginning that you know is wrong. And men do that.
So men do that. Can nobody change?
What? Yeah, people change. But okay, let me give you a perfect example. This is how I can validate what I'm saying, because divorce rates are up higher than they've ever been. So what I'm saying makes COVID. No, okay, that could be, but what is that telling you also? Men and women are staying in the house with each other during COVID longer and more hours, and they dealing with each other one-on-one more than they've ever had to, or you can't get away from your husband by going to work because work was shut down. And my point is this. Men, let me go back to what I was saying. Men can end shit right away, where women just won't do that. And it's not a matter, you think, y'all have psychologically brainwashed yourself to believe that you're more loyal, that you stick it out better, you do all that shit. But deep down inside, if you really, really had the strength, you would break off some shit that's wrong and you know it's wrong and you would be gone. But you blame your emotions for sticking in there. And that's not the truth. The truth of the matter is, it's something else that's keeping you there. And it's not what you want to admit to. It's not what you want. And let's get to the point. I may be wrong to a lot of women in saying what I'm saying, but bros know what I'm talking about. Brothers know.
You're wrong.
Okay.
You're wrong, because the first thing a man say is they want a loyal woman. And loyalty is just not me being with you and only you. That's not loyalty.
I'm about to put the smartest comment up on the screen right now.
You ask a man, I need me a loyal woman, somebody's gonna ride with me, You know what y'all game is. Come on, don't even act like that.
No.
And yes, women do probably stick in the wrong relationships too long.
Say that again. Wait a minute, hold on. I think the microphone, hold on. The microphone fell off. Can you repeat that last 5 seconds of what you just said? I'm sorry, the microphone fell off. Say it again.
Women can stay in the wrong relationships too long.
Hold on, I don't know if they heard that. But do men?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yes, they do.
We're talking about a cheating
one.
We're talking about a cheating one. We're not talking about a man that's y'all paying half and half bills and there's different incentives for him to stay and deal with bullshit. We ain't talking about that. We talking about I'm telling you, men don't do that. Men don't get in a relationship with a woman, she cheat on him, and he stick around for the bullshit like what y'all do when y'all catch the man cheating. Yeah, they don't do that. Tiffany Daniels is the smartest woman on the show. Tiffany Daniels is the smartest woman on the show right now. I agree with that point, Wyatt. She's the smartest woman on here. That's what I say to y'all. Because you know I'm telling the truth. A man would not deal with all that bullshit that y'all push out.
Yes, a man would.
No, he won't.
Yes,
no, he won't. Well, wait a minute. I said it.
You home from work.
That ain't no man, boo. That ain't no man, boo. That's boy shit. That's what boys do.
That's a man.
No, hell no.
He's a grown man.
No. A grown man don't define you by your age. Your mentality is what make you a grown man. I know some 35-year-old boys.
Because guess what? The man's mind will break as well as the woman's.
Hell no.
As well as the woman. And they will go crazy.
Wait a minute. Let me rephrase.
Like their property
Let me rephrase what I said so it'll be clearly understood. What I'm telling you is this. I said it backwards. So let me clean this up so it'll be understood the right way. Oh, there go my brother. Go play.
Whoa.
Ain't that Donnie? I thought I heard him in the background.
He better not.
I was gonna say he better go in the other room because this one right. I don't
I
want.
got my boxing gloves on. I'm ready.
Tell D, my bad. Tell him catch us on the next. Tell him we're gonna talk NBA tomorrow night.
No,
But listen,
probably watching
but
it.
listen. Here go what I need to clear up real fast, Miss Williams. You know I ain't got nothing but love for you, baby. Here's what I need to
Same
clear
here.
up. I said the wrong thing. I said a man won't deal with the shit that a woman will deal with. I made a mistake and said he won't deal with it. What I should have said was he won't do the shit that a woman will do in a relationship if he caught his woman cheating. Y'all will prolong that relationship, stay in the house, wash his clothes, do certain shit that you were already doing, okay? And then all of a sudden, shit pops up again. You never forget. You say you forgive, but you don't. Something trigger that emotion that you always had. Men just don't go through that shit. And what I mean by that is this. He is not gonna catch you cheating and then y'all stay in the house and then gonna drag you through all this bullshit like y'all drag us through the bullshit.
Yes,
We
they
might
do.
say
They
this.
go through
Hold on,
your
let me finish this
social
last point. He might be
Okay.
like, babe, where you going? Who you going with? What you doing? What you going to the grocery store? What you doing? Who going out? No more ladies night. Y'all can't do that shit no more. He might be more protective of the situation, but he is not. He is not gonna drag out the bullshit. He ain't gonna never be y'all would never go to a Christmas party and you walk in the Christmas party and he'll be like, that looked like that nigga you was fucking with. He'll
You
never.
crazy. You out your mind. Yes, they do.
I ain't never met one. That ain't no man. Fellas.
Wyatt,
Am I lying, fellas?
You got a viewer right now.
Who?
Right now. I bullcrap you not. Listen, and she gonna crack up when I say this. She had a man, and she knows this make me laugh because we talk about it all the time. She could go to the grocery store as soon as she get in. He goes smelling her. No, listen. When I tell you no spaces uncovered of smelling, smell. This is a grown man.
No, it's not. Grown men don't do shit like that.
Yes, they do. Hey, they be checking your emails. Yes, they do. They check your cell phone.
What I'm saying to you, sis, what I'm telling you, sis, I'm not denying that that's happening to that lady that who you talking about. I'm saying, speaking for the man culture, real men don't do shit like that. I'm not saying that some boy ain't doing this to that woman. I'm saying a real man ain't doing no shit like that.
So what you saying, the women that staying loyal is not real women?
No, babe. No, you can't twist. Don't put that narrative on what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is this.
You making a difference between a man, though. A man is a man. No matter how he
That's
acts,
not
how
true.
mature
That's
he
not
is,
that's not
he's
true.
A man.
That's not true.
What I'm saying is this is a male, a grown male in a relationship. That is a man. That is a man. So what I'm saying is,
what make him a man? What make him a man? Because he's a male? That makes him a man. We talking about a man in a relationship. Let's be honest. Let's not
about man and woman.
Let's not slice it so thin that it's becoming ridiculous. What I'm trying to say is this: there is man behavior, men, the way men do things, real men, and then there are boy type behaviors, boy type shit, boy mentalities. Guys that are not secure with themselves. There is a way that. Okay, there is a way that real men handle shit, and then there's a way that boys handle shit.
And
so when I'm saying a real man, I'm saying a real man is a real man to me.
And real men can be petty, which is childish.
I mean, we all got a little bit in that.
Petty.
Every
man,
man, well, we can say the same thing about women. You would agree with that, right? Women are more pettier than anything. I mean, y'all more petty than.
No.
Oh my God! See, thank you for tuning in this evening. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Wyatt Live. This shit getting crazy. You see the lights are red. This is crazy. I don't know. You trying to tell me that men are more petty than women?
Yes.
Oh shit! Shut the shit. Where's the producer at? Man, in this shit right now. You got to be kidding me.
Absolutely. Yes.
When it comes to relationships and stuff like what we dealing with.
When you've been in the barbershop? Only thing you got to do is sit in the barbershop for 5 minutes.
We don't talk about shit like that. See, that's another thing. Barbershops and hair salons are different conversations.
Oh, no. Oh, now. Okay, we're in groups now. Ain't that something?
Oh, no. You just brought up the barbershop. I'm telling you for a
you
fact.
won't see the pettiness of a barbershop. Like, all these
Oh, my God. Wait a minute, Miss Williams. You didn't say. Listen, let me just say something to you right now, sis. Let me be. Hold on. What you say?
That's something.
let me just say something to you. I go to the barbershop. You know what we talk about? Let me give you a perfect example. We play basketball on Wednesdays nights. Back in Cincinnati, we was playing basketball on Wednesday nights. It's a little league, not a league, but the fellas. Wednesday night, late Wednesday night, 8, 9 o'clock, we get started playing ball, right? Okay? And you always know when somebody on the phone with a woman and somebody tripping. Somebody's woman is tripping and they going through it. All right. We already know it's always somebody because you can tell by the look on their face and they getting off their cell phone and they be like, damn, man, shit. You know what the difference is between men and women? The night that we see a brother who about to play ball with us, we don't get into that shit. You know what we say to him? We be like, bro, you ready? You gonna play this first game? What you gonna do, bro? He'll be like, yeah, man. I'm like, oh, was that your old woman? Was that your girl? He'll be like, yeah. We'll be like, she tripping? He'll be like, yeah, she tripping. And it's over. We don't want, look.
Ain't no way.
Oh, no. Look, all dudes gotta do is be like, bro, she tripping. We don't want to know the details of what the tripping is. He might say something like, yeah, she tripping because I'm up here tonight and I didn't do what I was supposed to do at the crib yesterday night, but she wanted me to do it tonight. She might.
So you telling me you don't got no friends? No friends, why they be like, oh, you're on lockdown, you're on punishment. I done seen it. Like,
we might mess with a dude by saying that. No. We might clown a dude because we just trying to get in his head. We just messing with him, you know. But y'all, here, wait. Let me make my point. Y'all do different shit. See, what y'all do is y'all do this. Y'all get in these comments.
You go blooded.
No. I'm telling you the truth. What y'all do. Here, let me put the comments on the screen. What y'all do is totally the opposite. Y'all want to get all into the tea and the juice of somebody else's problem. See, and what I mean by that is y'all can't tell a woman just a little bit of your situation. You got to describe it. You got to have the time, the date, the time of the occurrence, the date of the occurrence. You got to tell you got to tell your friends. Some of y'all got real friends. Some of y'all got fake friends. Some of y'all got friends y'all tell y'all some type of shit to. Then y'all got other friends y'all tell y'all other type of shit to. Guys don't have shit like that. We just be like, she tripping. And that's all we need. We know because women got a lot in common. Y'all got a lot more in common than guys do. Like, and what I mean by that, we know what each other going through. And let me just be honest with you. Y'all want to know the details of each other's shit, of each other's problems. We don't need all that. Y'all do. That's why y'all take Miss Williams, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna put your hair studio on blast, but I can guarantee you right now, there's some sisters that come in every studio, every hair salon in the city of Cincinnati, especially down here in Florida. They will sit there and a 1 hour job take 3 hours and 15 minutes because y'all talk too damn much. And y'all ain't talking about everything.
We be talking about your ass. You always against the women. And
what?
We be divided. You start arguments and everything in our shop. We tired of.
Now y'all know that shit sound crazy, and y'all know I just told the truth. Listen, the only time I get a long haircut is during the NFL. During the NFL, I get a long haircut. A haircut that normally take me 15, 20 minutes might take 45 minutes because we talking about the stats of the game, what running back was good. Are we talking about the NBA playoffs? We talking about LeBron James, Michael Jordan, whatever. We talking about shit like that. What y'all talking about in the hair salon is that nigga ain't shit.
No,
he ain't
that's not
shit,
fair to
and
say.
the reason why he ain't is this.
We talk about kids. We talk about business moves too. I have to be honest. You know, connections. We connect a lot of people that, like, if there's a realtor that gets their hair done, we'll connect somebody that want to buy a house or somebody that
I know. I know.
Different.
I know, but you know what you also do is that. Let me ask you something, sis.
Same as me, because I've been in a barbershop.
Let me ask you something, sis. That realtor. Let's go to that real self. That realtor that you was talking about. Is that a man or a woman? I'm just curious.
It's a female.
Okay, and now tell me that when she leave, is she the one getting her hair done?
She's getting her hair done.
Okay, and when she leave, y'all don't be like, girl.
No.
Okay.
No,
all right.
No,
it's just me.
Well,
it's just me.
Salon, I can't say we're all family.
Okay, well, but you know what?
Family.
You defending it because you know what I'm saying got some teeth. You know it got some merit.
Well,
you know they do that shit.
I've heard of the stigma that's on some of the black salons that it is like, too much talking and gossiping.
Y'all do talk too damn much. Y'all do.
Yeah, but it's in barbershop. Do you understand that some of these men gossip more than females?
That's
like,
a lie.
Are you aware of that?
That's a
some
lie.
of these men act worse than women. Like,
Attention,
honestly,
Wyatt
they
Live
do.
family. The
Ain't that
words that are
something?
coming out of people's mouths on the show are not what the Wyatt Live stand for. Everybody's
It is.
responsible for
Yes,
their
it is,
own
white
comments.
family.
And what
Believe it,
Miss
that
Williams
we are
just
team
said
woman.
is crazy. She said that men gossip more than women, and that's
They
crazy.
do.
Now, I'm not saying
They
that you
do.
ain't got some gossiping men or some men that, or some guys that
And
gossip,
guess what?
but
I'm gonna
men
break this off
don't
so I can
gossip.
let you get another caller.
Ain't
And the
nobody gonna
men-
want to come
and the
in
men
after
that
this.
Gossiping, that's usually who the woman go and cheat with, because he usually go and tell that man's business to that woman, and them the ones that hook up. Now I just hooked you on something to Wyatt. I just
Say
hooked
say
you
that.
on.
Say it again.
It's
Say it again.
usually
Throw the free
petty-
game. Throw the free game out there again for me one
I'm
time.
just telling you, it's the petty man that's running his mouth like a woman, usually runs back and tell that man's business, which is his friend, cousin, whatever, to the woman, and those are the two they eventually hook up. So it's not a man that she has a one night stand with. It's somebody that's been feeding her the information that she already knew. So I'm just letting you go. So y'all have a blessed day, white family. I love y'all.
We love
Keep
you
holding
too
down.
with your
Keep
lying
holding
ass.
it down.
All right. We'll holler,
Love
sis.
y'all.
None but love. Holler at you.
All right.
Yeah, she lied. She lied. I detected some lies. The lie detector gauge was on some shit, and the light stayed red. So when the light stayed red, I detect lies. That's my lie detector. She lied. Not about everything. There are some petty men. There are some men that are very petty, but I don't call them men. I call them boys. Yeah, I really do. So now that we got her off the line, now I can start telling the truth about some things. I ain't got to hear that. I can tell the truth. The bottom line is this. Y'all talk too damn much, ladies, in them hair salons. Y'all talk too much. The conversations are different in the hair salon and the barbershops. Fellas, we talking about the game. Ain't nobody sitting in there counting nobody's money. Ain't nobody sitting in there talking about nothing like nobody money like that. First of all, it's dick riding when you got a man talking about another man and what he got as far as his money and stuff. And real men don't do that. I said it. I said it on the air and I said it loud. It's dick riding. Oh man, that nigga got that Benz with the rim and the spinning rim. We don't do that, but y'all do. Y'all do. Y'all sit there and a lady will come, spend $400 on her hair, $300 on her hair, and she'll be, y'all swear up and down, you'll convince her she looked the bomb. She probably do. But soon as she leave, y'all really talk about her. You tell the truth about her. That bitch thinks she's special. She thinks she's special. She just trying to look like a kept woman. She trying to look like she ain't got no worries in the world. Did you see that bitch toes falling out them shoes? Her hair look good, but her feet tell it all. Y'all do shit like that. You know, cause y'all know that to be the truth. Y'all know that to be the truth. I'm gonna repeat that for those that didn't get it. Her hair looked good, but did you see that bitch feet? Men don't do that. Men don't do that. Now, the only man that I seen somebody put something, who said that on the Pillow Talk? Who was that? Somebody put it up there. I see y'all got the thing going on up there as far as everybody can see the comments. But let me explain something to you. Let me say, there go my brother. At least somebody saying 100. Let me explain something to you. Somebody put up here, somebody made a comment about Pillow Talk. Somebody said something about some pillow talk. Let me explain what pillow talk is, sis. All right? Because it was a woman who said pillow talk. Let me tell you what a man doing when it's pillow talk. He ain't doing nothing but trying to impress you. He ain't probably telling you no real shit anyway. Oh, I hit this lick. I hit this lick for XYZ amount of money, sweetie, and I stole the bag from Chico over there, and he don't know. He talking big, he blowing big. Truth of the matter is, he probably lying. There's a little pillow talk that go on. The dumb ones tell the truth. But most of the time, the pillow talk is only happening because he's trying to impress you. And that's the truth. And those are the ones that fall the hardest. Them the ones that fall the hardest is the ones that tell the truth about some shit they didn't did out there, or some shit they got going on, or something they didn't got an advantage on, something that they didn't beat from somebody with, or they didn't, they didn't came up. Those are the ones that fall the hardest because they didn't pillow talk to the woman and told the truth. But most of the time, dude's lying. Pillow talking nothing. He just trying to be, he's playing on his emotions, and his self-esteem is at a point where he feel like he got to be bigger than the moment. He need an energizer. He need a battery pack on his back, and it's called the Energizer. He need the self-esteem pack on his back. Any man that'll sit there and pillow talk with a woman about some shit that he got going on out there that could hurt him by letting somebody know, that's somebody that's lacking something. Y'all know that to be the truth. My real G's know what I'm talking about. But women was never gonna agree with what we was talking about here. Y'all was never gonna agree. Y'all was never gonna agree with what I was saying. But I'm sticking to my guns, damn it. And I'm telling you right now, right here, right now, men handle cheating better than women. And I'll never fall off of that. And there ain't a woman on this planet that can convince me anything better, any different. And we ain't got to be mad at each other for that. We ain't got to be mad. I'm just giving you a different perspective. A man will slice the situation in half and get rid of get rid of it right now. I ain't gonna give you I don't want to act like you would act if you catch me and you gonna carry me through all this bullshit of us being together and staying together and blah. I ain't gonna drag you through the shit that I know you would do to me. It's just over. It's just over. We're going to end it right now. And I'm going to be honest with you. It take a strong person to be able to do that. And then women want to try to praise. Y'all want to praise yourself? You want to praise yourself for sticking in with it? You know what I'm saying? You want to, hold on a second, caller. You want to praise yourself? And you want to say that I'm more loyal, I'm more committed to the relationship because I'm willing to drag you through some bullshit for this to stay together. And then you go another year and a half, been through misery, and y'all end up breaking up anyway. What's up, caller? Good afternoon. Welcome to the 5 p.m. Wyatt Live Drive Home Show. I know you about to cuss me out, but it's all great.
Yeah, because
who am I speaking to first? Let me get to it.
my name is Dominique.
Oh, I've been reading your comments. I already know where you at with it, Dominique. Hey, it's been a great show, y'all. Thanks for coming in. Dominique, thank you for I'm just playing, Dominique. Go ahead. Let me have it, sis.
Now, I have something to say about the fact that you said men handle cheating better than women, and that's a lie. That's a lie, right there.
Would you really call it a lie, or you just disagree?
No, I've seen it too many times. It's a lie. Men can't handle cheating. Their pride.
Now, whose lie is gonna be stronger, my lie or your lie? See, because that's just a matter of opinion. You can't sit back and say men can't handle cheating, because I don't think any of us do well at it. I mean, handling it. Men don't handle it well, and women don't handle it well. Wouldn't you agree with that? No.
To a certain point.
What the hell? So,
point.
see, this shit ain't starting out right. This ain't. You gonna sit here and tell me, Dominique, to a certain degree, women and men don't handle cheating the same. It's not the same. They don't feel the same.
Women can move past. We forgive, but we won't forget. A man, he will hold on to it and just keep going with it.
See, it's just the opposite. But I'm gonna let you get your point all the way out. Go ahead.
It's a fact. It really is. Because a man, he can find out his woman is cheating. It's not even the fact that he found out that she's cheating. He could think she's cheating. And it'll be a whole whirlwind of trouble. Like, you doing this, you doing that. You doing this?
And women don't do that. Women don't do that, Dominique. Women don't do that same thing. Women don't go off without any evidence.
No.
Now that's a damn lie.
No,
excuse me, is this your first time calling?
Will come to the man first.
Dominique, with all due respect, sis, and you sound like a very smart woman. You really do. I don't mean to say, you know what? I got this little segment that I do from listening to other shows, and I'm going to announce this later. But I got this segment that I say, go sit your dumb ass down because somebody said something stupid on the radio. This isn't that scene to do that, all right? I'm not saying that right now. But what I'm telling you is what you saying is totally contradictive to the whole point. You're saying, when I say that a man and a woman both get upset at getting cheated on, you just said not exactly, not the same way. And how you gonna say that? I don't understand that.
The thing is, before the man even cheats, a woman knows something is going on. If it hasn't happened, it's about to happen. And she will go to him first and let him know she has these feelings. But instead, the man want to lie, like always, and not keep it 100.
Now we
and
liars.
then that's when the cheating happens, and then it really comes out, and then that's when the woman explodes. Because she already knew, for one, and for two, he lied about it, period. Instead of, when she comes to him and say, well, look, I feel like this is going on, a whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, oh, no, you tripping, you crazy. Why it always have to be we crazy? Because we know what's going on.
I'm still dazed and got a concussion off that shit you just said the first time when you said that when a man and a woman both get cheated on, that they don't feel the same way. I can't understand that.
Because of the fact that a woman, she can forgive the man for cheating. And she will try to move on with the relationship. But the man, he will try to hold on to the fact of the cheating.
No, Dominique, you wrong. You absolutely wrong. And let me tell you where you wrong. And let me tell you where you wrong. And I normally say this is a matter of my opinion, but damn it, I'm gonna say this is a fact. The fact is this. If a woman catches a man cheating, she is using I forgive, I'll forget, and all this shit as an excuse to let him back in the house, and the next year of that man's life will be miserable. And men know men know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all make it a living hell in them gates of your home. He can't watch certain things on TV because it'll trigger y'all. We can't go out, we can't do certain things. Everything is a trigger. And y'all say that you're dealing with it and you forgiving us, but you make it a living hell. What I'm telling you is a man is not willing to drag that woman through that living hell. They just end it. And see, to me, means you dealing with it better because you're not trying to make that person that cheated on you feel like shit because of what they did. A man will just piece your ass out and move on to the next situation. Where women won't do that. Y'all will drag a bad relationship. You will drag a bad. You know how people don't really want to go get breaks because they cost so much, and they ride the relationship all the way down to the rotors. Y'all don't know how to just let the brakes wear out and be done with them. Y'all want to ride all the way down on the rotors of the relationship, and you just can't do that. And y'all call that being stronger when in fact what you doing, you stretching the relationship out for selfishness, number one. And then number two, you stretching it out because you are torturing him and you know you torturing him.
No, it's not the fact of torture.
Yeah.
No,
hell yeah.
Because of the fact that for you to cheat, she has some kind of trust in you to where you can go out and just feel free to do whatever you want to do instead of being your mother and every 5 minutes where you going, what you doing, who you going with, when you come back.
Who doing that? The man? I'm sorry, Dominic, you saying the man doing that?
He's not doing that. So he's not getting that, so he's just out there. So when she tighten the reins, now it's a problem.
I don't know. Dominique, I thought you was going to come bring some thunder. I thought you was about to tell me something that was going to kind of lightweight try to change my mind, but I'm still where I'm at with this.
That's the thing. Men, instead of men just saying, okay, you're right. Men, they want to take up for this and take up for that. Be 100 about the situation. Men can't be 100 about the situation. Men can't be 100 about anything.
About
to be
what?
honest.
What situation? About him cheating?
Anything.
Oh, then see, and see, now y'all get, now you see. Now you see where we come. Now you see why Dominique feel the way she feels. She don't think men tell the truth, period. See, so, see, you can't be, see, that's one, Dominique, I already know, and I don't mean to be funny. You have been in a situation that you describing right now, and it carries on over to your next relationship. How in the hell, what? How you, so you in a relationship, can I ask Dominique, Dominique, let me ask you something. Are you currently in a relationship with a man?
Yes.
Okay, and do you believe everything that he say?
No.
Oh, that's bad. And you know it's bad.
Scorpio, no.
Nah, don't throw the signs up in there. He could be a Crip or a Blood, or he can be all that. Don't throw the signs up in there. Don't do that. If you in a relationship with a man and you don't believe what he's saying, that's not fair to that man. See,
I believe 85% of it.
No, that ain't 100 though. That ain't fair to that man. And the reason why it ain't fair to that man is because you are bringing something from the other relationship to this relationship, and that was something that was brought up in the Wyatt Live Messenger group earlier this morning when we were discussing this, and women were saying, I can forgive, and the last man did what he did, and I don't bring my baggage into my new relationships, and I know that's a lie. And y'all women always talking about truth and all that old shit, and y'all lie about all that shit.
If there's a situation with this woman and in her prior relationship, that's left in the past.
No.
But the present relationship.
No, that's not true.
From the things that he has done to her to make her feel that way.
Listen,
so it's not
Dominique,
always the case.
Dominique, let's
from a prior
Dominique,
relationship.
you are making my point so valid. Women will justify some of the most bullshit in the world. Listen, you telling me that you have forgiven a man that cheated on you before. You've done that, right?
Yes.
And you are, and I'm not trying to get into you. I just want to understand. You have.
I've been cheated on. I've cheated. So I mean.
So hey, you kind of been around the world of 9999, right? So what I'm saying in this subject, in this matter. So what you're saying to me is this: you're basically saying that when you've been in a relationship that didn't go well, nothing that happened in that prior relationship, you didn't bring any of that into your new relationship. Your feelings about how men do things, the feelings about what nothing that you went through in that last relationship carried over to your new relationship. You trying to convince me of that?
That's
see how vain women are? Y'all are ridiculous.
Hell, that vain.
Because you are not telling the truth. You are not telling the truth.
When women can't believe what men say, when the men can't believe what the women say.
Because you lying right now, right here on this show.
How can you sit and tell me I'm lying?
Because I'm trying to tell you that women, you're right. I shouldn't be able to tell you that you're lying, but what I should have been a little bit more open in my question, and I should have asked you this. Do women, not you, but not you specifically, but do women get into bad relationships, go into a new relationship, and bring some of the shit that they was dealing with that they ain't got to deal with this new man, because he ain't even been there with you like that yet. But do they bring those situations? Yes. But you one that don't. That's what you're saying? No. I don't believe that. Yeah, I think you're lying. I think all women I think you're lying.
That's just like I think you're lying about everything you're saying.
Okay, and I can live with it. But I think you're lying. I think that most women, I would think that you're not speaking for most women when you say that. Okay, I respect you, and I would say you're telling your truth. But I would not say that you're speaking for the majority of women that have been in bad relationships and then get in with a new man. Most of them can't. I'm not saying they wish it, but most of them, they almost see the same shit coming. I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the things that triggered me in a relationship, if I ever was in a relationship with a new woman, I know there would be some trigger things that new woman would do that cause me to redirect myself and go somewhere else. Because
that's not bringing emotions from your past relationship. That's just.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, one of the things that you play on is you gauge what other people do. Yes, it is. You look at the things, you live and learn, right? You live and learn. Yeah. So if you living and learning, Somebody had to set an example of what you're not going to deal with. So let's just say, for instance, you went in a relationship with a man. It didn't work out. It was a bad relationship. You ended up getting cheated on by this man, and he showed you all these signs. Okay? Now, that relationship is dead. It's gone. So you trying to tell me in your next relationship, if he's showing you some of those signs that you dealt with in that prior relationship, you trying to tell me you're not going to have that same type of judgment with that same man? I mean, with a different man?
But that's not bringing baggage to the new relationship. That's just
every woman does.
For what it is.
Every woman brings a situation from their last relationship into a new relationship. You can't, and I don't mean the obvious, like, okay, she had a child in a prior relationship and now that's my stepchild. I don't mean just that. I'm talking about emotional. There are emotional things that she has brought over from her last relationship, as well as, like kids and stuff like that. But there are emotional and things that that y'all have gone through. You bring it over to the new relationship. And the women that won't admit to that, I'm not saying that they're lying and they're wrong. I'm saying you may not recognize it. You may not recognize it. But there's not a woman on this planet that has been in a bad relationship and don't bring some of that. And men do it too. I see the comment.
I was just about to say.
But hold on.
Because
I'm not saying that we're not a.
I did this with that one. And
hold on, sis. But see, the only reason why I brought those points up because y'all was trying to make it seem like y'all was immoral to this shit. Like y'all don't have no problems. Like y'all don't have. It's never y'all fault. Just like that, some women came on here right now and said the reason why people start cheating in relationships is always the man's fault. Now, are you one of them women that believe that?
Yes.
Oh my God, what show is this?
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
because
man.
Like I said before, a woman, she will break her back for her man. She will go all out for him to make sure he's happy. But once she sees that he done crossed the line, she's gonna cross it too.
Oh my God. Yeah.
For the simple fact of, I'm doing all this for this, and this is what I'm getting in return, so why should I even do that? So now it's all fair game. But when a woman does it, she's lacking something at home.
Y'all always say that shit. So what is the reason men do it? Just because?
Just sometimes men do it just because they can. Because the woman is at home with the kids, cooking dinner, cleaning the house, where he wants her to be, while he out running the streets. He's out doing what his friends doing. His friend, he got this woman, that woman. Well, I might as well go ahead and do it too.
So what you saying to me? Let me say this. See,
his friend hooked him up with one. Oh, she got a friend. Tell her bring a friend. Knowing you got a woman at home that's doing everything that you want out of a woman.
Oh my God.
But yet you still out here in these streets.
So you trying to tell me there are married women out here that are friends with other married women and they don't know, and those married women aren't talking about the guys that they're cheating with outside their marriages?
Never said that.
Okay, because they do, that does, but that kind of plays into what you just said about men and they get with their partners and they out there doing what their partners do.
Every time a situation comes about, you turn it. Well, you mean tell me when instead of a man just accepting what it is, he want to flip it. Well, a woman does this and a woman does this. It's about why men are cheating out here.
Because
women are cheating because of the fact of what she's not getting from her man.
Okay, so it's not fair to say that a man cheats because of what he's not getting from his woman? It's not fair to say that?
Half the time, the man is getting everything he wants.
That's not true. Oh my God, fellas!
He wants more.
Fellas, help me out.
Yeah, fellas, please be 100 about it. Men are getting everything they want at home and still out here in these streets because they know they can get more.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this. David said women are delusional. Women are delusional. Y'all are delusional. You trying to tell me that a man could be perfectly happy at home and he'll still go out and do dirt?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just for the fact
you are so wrong. You are so wrong at that, and I'm sorry
How
that
is that
women
wrong?
have. I'm gonna
These
tell
men
you,
out here are doing
you
it
are
every day.
you are a perfect
Every day.
example. You are a perfect example of why men will never get the respect that we deserve from women, because
Oh,
women
no,
just
don't put that on me, because I respect the man. Don't
No,
get me wrong.
you
I
can't.
respect the man and
You
what they
can't.
do.
You
a
can't.
good man, anyway.
you can't, because I'm gonna tell you this right now.
How is that?
Because
when the men are putting themselves out here like that, how do they get the respect?
that's
How
not.
do you supposed to respect the man when they out here doing what they doing like that? Like, seriously.
Well, all I can tell you is this. I'm gonna jump back on what we started with.
Oh, no answer for that,
No, I got an answer for that. And the answer to that is the way we go back to the original question at all, is who handles the situation better, men or women?
Women.
How do I know you gonna say that? That's cool. You can say that, but you wrong.
And you're going to stick to the men's side. You're going to say men, I'm going to say women, and it's always going to be like that. The men are going to take up for the men, and the women are going to take up for the women.
Well, you know what? I think people should just be honest with each other. And just because you are a man or a woman don't mean you have to side on a man's side if you're a man, and it don't mean you have to side on the woman's side if you're a woman.
True,
That's not going to solve a problem. That's just going to keep it where it is, and that's not fair. That's not right. We cheating each other by doing that. We need to have a real conversation. Real women need to step up and have responsibility of what men are doing out here. Y'all don't blame yourself for what men are doing. Y'all blame men.
For what the man is doing.
But you just, okay, so let me just put this in a nutshell. I didn't peel back this onion the entire show. And what I'm getting out of it is this. Even when we get to the core and we get all the way down to the bottom, women are still agreeing with what you and Ms. Williams saying. And you know what it boils down to? No matter what goes wrong in a relationship, it is the man's fault when it comes down to this cheating shit. You either cheated on him because you're missing something emotionally. That's his fault, because you missing something emotionally that he's not doing for you. Or he did something wrong. He went out and did something because he's just a dog. He don't know no better, and you doing everything right in the world for him.
It's a physical thing for men. It's an emotional thing for women.
I got you. I got it now. We just some F-ups, and y'all do everything right. And that's just the bottom line. The reason why shit go wrong, the cheating.
Because there's nobody's perfect. Nobody.
Well, according to y'all.
But 99.9% of the man population is their fault why the women is cheating.
That ain't true. Wait a minute. Repeat that. I don't think I heard you right. Say that again, Dominique.
99% of the time, it's the man's fault of why the woman is cheating.
99.9%. Is that what you said?
Yes.
See, that's delusional.
No, how?
That's delusional. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that men and women don't love different, because we do. Okay? We really do. But I'm going to tell you something, sis. Here's a secret to you. Any woman on these lines right now who believe that the only reason why women are out here cheating on their man is because of some shit that he did, that's just delusional thinking. That's just delusional. Some women, let me tell you something. Hold on, let me
cheating not just for the fact of what
let me finish that point.
For the fact of what multiple men has done to them in their life.
Now we bringing past relationships into our current relationship, right?
I said most women when they cheat.
But that's what we doing.
Some women,
so that's what we doing.
Emotional.
So that's what we doing, because you was just co-signing saying that I don't bring relationships from my past into my new relationship, and I said that
That's
all
speaking
women.
for myself.
I know,
That's
but I'm
speaking
saying
for
all
myself.
women do
I
that.
don't.
I'm saying all women do that. Tell me,
No,
do you?
women don't do that.
Yes, they do. It's impossible not to, because we live and learn. We live and learn. It's impossible not to bring.
All men do.
But it's what now? We tit tatting. We tit for tatting now on them.
All men do.
All men do what?
Because not everybody, but
I've
men
never
and
said.
women
Wait a minute,
cheat,
hold on.
period.
See. I never said men don't bring past relationships into their new one. I never said that. I said that they do. I said everybody does. You're saying women don't. I'm saying we do. I'm
Some
saying women
don't.
do. And I'm
Some
saying
women
men do.
Some women don't.
Nah, I don't believe that. I think every woman on this planet, and that goes for good and bad, Dominique. There's a woman, let me just give you an example. There is a woman that I know that lives in Atlanta, okay? Her husband died at a very young age. He had some type of bone disease or something like that. He died of, it was like bone cancer. And he died like I don't remember how, he was under 40. He was right to turn 40 years old. That man and that girl went through college together. They had a great relationship. They never had kids because both of them had medical situations going on with, like he had blood, like bone cancer, and she has something else, sickle cell, something like that. So they weren't fortunate enough to have kids. But let me tell you what this woman did. She had a very good man. They went through school together. They did all of that together, okay? Now, that man did everything in the world for her. Do you know how hard it is for her to find another man right now? Because of why? Because there's no men out here? No, because of the standard that man set. She's bringing the things that he had done for her in that prior relationship. See, it don't all have to be bad. Everything he did for her in that prior relationship, she can't find that same individual out here because they didn't go to school together. They weren't friends. Okay, so what I'm saying to you is there are a lot of people. There are a majority of the people, I'm going to use your number, 99.9% of the women that have relationships with prior men bring some of that same baggage and them same problems into a new relationship. They may not talk about it, but their guard is up. Their guard is up for that shit, and you know it. I don't know why you don't think that's the truth, because we live and learn. If you're not bringing past situations in your life to something new, then you're not living and learning. It don't make any sense to me.
I agree with that.
Okay, then you should agree with what I've been saying.
I can agree with that.
Then you should agree with what I've been saying.
But you're saying.
Thank you for agreeing with me. It's been a nice show.
The problems. You weren't saying the positive of the old relationships. You were saying the negative of the old relationship.
I was talking, I never specified. And then I got specific when I brought a positive one up. But I never specified. See, I'm not a half empty glass dude. I'm always thinking the glass is half full. So when I describe something, never look at it as a negative thing. I'm trying to give it to you the way I see it, because I just see things a little bit different sometimes. I know that women bring relationship issues, whether it's a good issue or a bad issue. Whether you measure your new man based on your last previous relationship. If you're not doing that, then you're not living and learning. You're not doing that. And you can't nobody disagree. Now, you know what women end up, the women who end up saying, I can't find a good man. You know why they can't find a good man? Because they're not using an experience from the last relationship. They keep going to the same spot they found that last loser. They keep going to the same club and keep finding the dude that say the same shit, and they end up in the same type of relationship because they don't change. They looking for change in somebody. It's delusional. They're looking for change in the same places that they've been getting the same thing out of. And I don't understand why women don't see that. And that's the same thing and then you want a different type of relationship, but yet you finding the same type of man. You going to the same, you trying to.
When she set her standards higher than her last relationship, then you men out here talking about, she bougie.
So what? What? Let me ask you this, sis. Can I say this to you real fast with all due respect? I wish more sisters, and I don't mean this disrespectful, because I know some sisters that, listen, I ain't got nothing but love for my sisters. I really do. But let me tell you what y'all need to do. Y'all need to get more bougie. Ain't nothing wrong with being bougie. I don't care who want to make bougie a bad word. So what? If you setting your standards high, what's wrong with having high standards?
Ain't nothing wrong with having high standards.
Okay.
But you men make it look like it's a problem with having high standards.
You know what kind of man make things? You know what kind of man looks down on high standards? A low standard man. So why should you even want a man that think your standards are too high?
Should nobody want a man like that? I mean,
I know. So why are you worried about a man? Why wait a minute, sis. Why are you worried about a man who thinks you that your standards are too high?
You see
what I'm saying? Why would a sister care? then I'm too high. Then my standards are too high for you, bro. Then I'm moving on. I gotta find me some kick rocks or whatever, how y'all piece each other out or whatever. Bro, my standards are too high. You said it yourself. Okay, bro, then I'm gonna go do me with somebody that feel like my standards are at their par. You see what I'm saying? Or they got higher standards than me. I'm gonna find somebody that's looking for something better than me. But see, sisters always, you can't be worried about somebody that think you better. Okay, maybe they just don't feel like they're as good as you or on your level. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with leveling up?
Nothing wrong with leveling
Exactly.
up.
So don't let anybody
don't. What's wrong with leveling up?
Well,
I want the women to level up, but you men don't want to level up.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me just let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something right now that's gonna prove what you just said is not true. How many rich women, not rich, how many women well-to-do that have PhDs or doctorate degrees or high education that have jobs like doctors, partners in a law firm, all that old type of shit? How many of them walk into McDonald's and end up being with the dude working fries? How many women, how many sisters actually do that? You know, a man will have some money and he'll date the girl that work at White Castles.
No, yeah, okay, no.
That don't happen?
No, it don't.
So men don't end up with the bartenders or the waitresses and all that old type of stuff. You don't see more women coming up that don't have nothing and they end up getting with a man that got some money, and you see women who just do the opposite. The reason why a lot of women who got a lot of education and a lot of good, great jobs, and they make a lot of income and live in great homes, the reason why they lonely? Because they don't date down. They don't get a man that has a common job.
What about the women that doesn't have the high paying jobs? The women that is working at Walgreens or teachers and your everyday woman, like.
What about them?
You have men out here that looks down like.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
They got their hand out.
Well, see, once again, we just looking in the wrong. We looking for the wrong thing, boo. You looking for the wrong thing. I mean, I have never been. Listen, if you can't help me, then it ain't meant for me and you to be together.
Exactly.
And that's just how it is. And I'll wait until I got somebody that can help me through my path or through what I got going on.
Because to me, a job is a job. As long as a man got a job and help him paying the bills, it is what it is.
Exactly. I have to agree with you on that. But I'm just being honest with you that it's just, women have this thing about feeling bad because you have standards. And I don't understand why you feel bad for having standards. Now,
it's not the fact of feeling bad because we have standards. It's feeling bad because these men, they come into the picture like they can live up to those standards, and then you start seeing the true colors of what they truly are, and then
come on now. Come on now.
You think you better than me, and it's not that we feel like we're better.
Come on now.
Deserve better.
Come on, sis. You know what? I can't go for that. Let me tell you why I can't go for that. Here we are, whoa, men. Men never change. We are who we were when you met us. And let me tell you what you need. No, let me explain something to you, sweetie. Let me explain something to you. We very simple creatures. You can see a go-getter out the gate. You can see a fake go-getter out the gate. Now, if you ain't living and learning, not you specifically, but if a woman is not living and learning and can't figure that one out, that's on her. She ain't been through enough. But women should be able to see a perped out dude. A dude, like, I ain't never seen a dude that's just a go-getter, then he go get a woman, and now since she got a job at the bank, now they gravy, they all good. I ain't never known a dude that's really out there getting no money. I ain't talking about on the streets. See, that's a different hustle. That's a whole different conversation, because you fell for that anyway. That, keep in mind, sisters, let me say this to you. Keep in mind, the way you meet a man is the way your man is going to end up being. So if he's a hustler in the streets and shit like that, that's what you got. That's what you have. You have a hustler from the streets. If you meet a man that's a garbage man, You got a hard-working man, and that's what he gonna do. If he'll be a garbage man, he'll go get a job doing anything. You understand what I'm saying? He's not. He's a man that will take care of his business. And if you meet a man who has a college degree and he's a pharmacist, that guy is probably gonna be a pharmacist for the rest of his life. But if you got a dude that you just met at the club, and this dude is making ends meet by any means necessary, and he hustling. Now, I'm not talking down on my hustlers. I would never do that, okay? But what I'm telling you is there are signs of how your life is going to be by how you get out the gate with certain people. And it's a very easy equation. It's a math equation to me. And I think sisters learn it late. Y'all don't learn. See, it's all fun at the beginning until certain things come in the equation. Like if you mess around and have kids, now you stuck with each other till these kids are gone. Not necessarily in the same room, not in the same house, but y'all stuck with each other, until that child is out off on their own. And that's some of the mistakes that we done made over all these years is we get with people from the glitz and glamour and all this lights, camera, action at the club or at the jump off. And, we get with each other to jump off. And then you end up being with this person way, way, way too long. Way too long. And
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that. You don't agree. That's not what's happening.
I personally, I have a friend and her relationship is just off the chain. She met this guy. He had a job. He was help paying the bills, everything. Cook, clean, all this. After a while, he stopped doing everything. He don't do nothing but sit at home and watch TV and play the game all day. While she go work, she pays the bills. She does everything.
What was he doing when he met her, you know?
He was working at Wendy's.
Okay. So she got her a go-getter, right? I mean,
that's the way
I ain't trying to be funny. What was she expecting? What I'm saying to you is this. There's a look.
I mean, when they first got together, he was paying her bills.
How much bill could he be paying working at Wendy's, sis?
He's taking her shopping, getting her hair done, everything that she wanted. But once they got into the relationship,
okay,
everything stopped.
All right.
But then he sits and tell on the outside of the house, I do everything. I do this, I do that, I do this.
Hey,
I don't do nothing but sit on the couch.
Let me say this. I'm about to close out because we ain't gonna never agree on this one, but it's cool. Davis, hit me back, bro. Hit me back, bro. Because I didn't let the women have the whole stage. Now it's time for the closing act. Now it's time for the main event. Now it's time for the undercard to just go ahead and get dressed. The show is over for the undercard. Davis, hit me back, bro. Hey, Dominique, it's been a pleasure, sweetie. Nothing but love over here. Nothing but love, okay? We'll talk to you on the next one. We really will. We'll talk to you. I don't agree with everything you said, babe, but you know what? I respect everything you said.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I really do.
I mean, we agree to disagree.
And just tell me before you leave how right I was. Thank you for calling, Dominique. I talk to you, babe. Peace and love to you. Yo, is this Davis?
Yeah, that's me.
Davis, help me out, brother. Help me out. Make this thing make sense to us.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
We ready.
Okay, we ready. First thing, let's understand this. A lot of things that you were putting out was so platinum. First of all, a lot of women are going through what they're going through. And I've said this to my daughters who are now grown, to my bonus daughters who are grown, and also to my spiritual daughters that I mentor who are grown. If you want salmon, you can't fish out of a river.
Say it again.
You gotta find your way to an ocean.
Say it again, bro. Say that part again. If you want salmon, what?
If you want salmon, you can't fish out of a river. You have to go to an ocean or to an embodiment of sea that will give you that. Many women have what they have based upon where they fish. You know, don't get upset because you got a man that's cheating and you find him in the club knowing that he trim hunting, knowing that all he wants is a piece of tail. You know what I'm saying? And then when he gets the tail and you get the D, then you're upset because now you're hooked and he's not. When you never took the time to find out what was the agenda or was there a hidden agenda. Again, cheating is not based upon gender. Cheating is based upon individuals and situations. And this is where the women are missing it. You know, they're missing it. And I like the one sister Tia said, we do cheat, we just cheat better. And that's exactly correct. Women do cheat more than men. The problem is they're just more plottish and more sneaky in what they do. You know, I say this all the time. When we're sleeping, they're plotting. You know, when we're out playing ball, they're plotting. How many times have a woman come home and a man left versus a man come home and the woman unpacked up the kids, the house, and everything? You're like, how in the H did she get all this stuff done? Because she was plotting. It was in the works. And this is what happens. You know, again, cheating is not based upon a man and a woman. It's based upon the situation or the individual. You know, a person that cheats always been cheating. That's just how it is. A person that's faithful is going to be faithful. You know, I know myself. My mother always taught me this. I'm 55 now. She taught me this a long time ago as a little boy. She said, son, you got to remember this. A smart person can play dumb, but a dumb person can never be smart. There you go. There you go. We play dumb. We know. Women say, oh, we know. Men know when their woman is up to stuff. We just, for the sake of not arguing, we just whatever. You know, we just ignore you more than you think you ignore us. We accept you more than you accept us. We know when women are cheating. We just don't say nothing.
Davis, I'm going to interrupt you in that flow right there. 1 second. I detect no lies. Keep going, bro.
Okay. And also, in addition to that, you know, the reason why it's not so much blown up is because men, we're realists. We're realistic. We're realist individuals. Women are emotional. We're realists. You know, I know myself, I've cheated and I've been cheated on. But when I've been cheated on, I don't really go like, oh man, she cheated on me. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna lose my mind. So I have to step back and as a man and say, you know what, man? You cheated too. You did your thing too. You know, you did what you did also. You know, so how can you be? It's just like, for instance, you meet a young lady. Let's just use Cincinnati as an example. You know, everybody that is anyone knows everyone that's in Cincinnati. In other words, you can, if you didn't get with your girl when she was young or younger, 9 times out of 10, she might have been in a relationship or had relations with somebody you knew, and vice versa. You see what I'm saying? I do. We have to understand that when we're dealing in relationships, if you come into a relationship with the mentality that, oh, all men cheat, all men are dogs, then guess what? The only thing you're gonna have is a delusional relationship that someone is cheating on you.
Thank you, bro. Is that
the men ain't even cheating on you?
Did you hear the conversation that I was having with Dominique Davis when she said that she don't bring a past relationship into her new relationship? I find that hard to believe. I don't mean the negative. You don't bring all the negative, but you got to measure your new relationship up to something. And it ain't always got to be negative. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. But if you're not living and learning, you're not living. You know, it's something I don't understand why that was so hard. But I will say this, bro. You just changed the environment. You just changed the lights. We then went back to cool, calm, collective, and it's some shit that's going on that's making some sense now. So the lights are back to the blue skies, because now I can see clearer now that some common sense is saying something. I could see it. Now, here's the thing. We need your opinion. We need to know something right now, Davis. We heard what you said about the cheating ain't a gender thing. It's a people thing. We get that. I get that. Here's the thing. What do you think, one, about when they say every time a woman cheats, it's because of a man? It's the man's fault. How you feel about that, bro?
I feel that that's a bunch of frackanacko baloney. The bottom line is a cheater, Wyatt. And cheating is not something that somebody can make you do. Cheating is something that's inside of you. And cheating comes from one to get revenge. That's what cheating comes from. Whether you man or woman, a woman cheats because she wants to get revenge.
Right.
It's not based upon, oh, a man made you do nothing. Because guess what? Can't nobody make you do nothing. You don't have to do nothing. But if you're black, be black. If you're white, be white. And live. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Can't nobody make you do anything. When you cheat, that cheating is on the inside of you, and now you feel like, oh well, hey, I might as well bring it out. When realistically, most women have the cheating inside of them. They just don't do it because of fear. You know, when men do it, we do it because we just don't think. Sometimes we don't think. You
don't
know,
think it
I know
all the
when
way
I
out.
cheated, I didn't think. You know, but again. Cheating, don't no man make a woman do nothing. A woman that says that is a woman who, again, have chosen the wrong men. Notice I said men, I ain't say man. Chosen the wrong men, and now they finally come to the point where they want to do their thing. And that's where that comes from.
Hey, bro. I mean, I didn't say it quite like that, but that's how I feel. I think that a woman who says that it's the man's fault, and I heard, like 99.9% of the time that the woman cheats is because of what the man does. I don't agree with that. Not just because I'm a man, that's just because it just doesn't make any sense. I don't think all women are that loyal. I hate to sound disrespectful to women. I just think
I'm with you with that.
it just goes to the sign of a human being. All human beings cannot be. Not every human being will be completely satisfied, and that goes for men and women. And you don't have to do something for somebody to have a selfish act against somebody else. You don't have to. I don't have to piss my wife off for her to go cheat. If she's a cheater, if she has a malice heart, you don't have to do that. They just gonna do it. And when women say, I mean, that's just so cliche. It's just so vain to say the only reason why I do things wrong is because of what people do to me. And that's not always the case. That's not always. You just do something wrong because you got it in you to do wrong. And then here's the crazy thing, bro. They have such a damn... This is what I don't understand. That same woman that can say that it's a man's fault that they do what they do, they the same ones that will not accept the responsibility of why a man will go do what he wants to do. It ain't never their fault one way or the other. Make that make sense.
Right. Well, the situation is this, Wyatt. It all comes into the level of what is called maturity. In other words, I'm at the stage in my life, when I was young, I was wild. I did what I did, but I didn't have no commitments, and I made sure that there was no commitments. But as I got older, and especially when I became married, cheating was nowhere in my mindset. Most time, people are not mature. And I mean, women, because they're emotional, they're not mature. And then they're not patient, where they always, and then, so now, again, when you're not in your adequacy or in your level of adequacy, and I hate to say this about the queens, but I gotta just put it out here, because they're not patient in their adequacy, now they need something to blame or someone to blame, and here it comes. Now this false facade about us is placed in place. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
It's placed in place. So now we walk around with this coat, men are cheaters, men are dogs. But women are not. And that's the biggest delusion. That's the most delusional facade that's put out there. Women cheat, men cheat, women cheat with their emotions. And most of the time when women cheat, it's because they're bringing baggage. It has nothing to do with the current situation. They're bringing baggage. They're bringing more baggage than an airport can support.
And that's some of the point I was trying to tell Dominique. I just felt like some of the women that are cheating on men that may not have, that man that they're currently with may not have done anything wrong. They're cheating based on something that happened in a prior relationship, and it can happen. And I don't understand why women won't admit to that. I just don't understand why we have to be the reason, the root of all evil, the reason, the problem of everything. And there's not a woman on here that's agreeing with us. But it's great
No.
to have this dialect. It's great to have this conversation. They just don't agree with us because women don't feel, it's an accountability issue. It's an accountability issue where if we do something wrong, they feel like they have the right to do wrong as well. But then they don't see any wrong that they do, and we don't have the right to be to do to do the same thing that they do if somebody does them wrong. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Well, see, you know what it is. That's because again, there's a misconception in place, Wyatt. There's a misconception where I was reading a comment. Somebody said that a woman is taught to protect her innocence.
Right.
That's why I say cheating is not based on gender. Gender is based on individual and situation. Not all women, even though they're taught to protect their innocence, want their innocence protected. It's based on what's inside that individual, and women need to stop. Women need to stop making it like we go out here and we just want to experience that. I don't agree with that. Everyone is not taught to experience this, that, and the other. Again, cheating is based on what's in an individual's heart. Their emotions, where they are in life. A lot of times they use men as the excuse of why, when realistically, the issue is not the man, it is their inner man. The enemy is the enemy, their enemy. That's what the situation is. And that's why they're doing what they're doing. Everything is based upon the fact that there's insecurities, there's lack of, and there's void of. Like, for instance, I was reading one of the sisters said, let me say this real quick. One of the sisters was saying how, she cheated because she wasn't getting the D. I understand that, but why not go to some type of counseling or go to something to try to fix that?
Maybe she tried that. Maybe they tried that and she just didn't get along with it until that situation. I got a question for you. Part 2 of the question, real fast. We're gonna do the short. Sir. We're gonna do the short version of this one because we're gonna close out. We're gonna let you close out. We got 3 minutes left in the show. We went an hour over. We only usually go 5 to 7. We're going over to 8 now, but we 3 minutes away from the top of the hour and getting out. Let me ask you this. Let's go to the original question. What's your opinion, Davis, in regards to who handles the cheating better? My position was this. I think that men handle it better because we don't prolong a relationship. Because a man, I don't understand why women don't see it this way, but a man finds out his woman is cheating and he pieces her out. He ends the relationship. He don't want to go through all the stuff that's going to go through, he may not want to go through counseling. He may have felt like something has been invaded in his life that can't be recovered. Okay, that might be his way of thinking about it. But my thing was, I felt it to be a little stronger for someone that could end it and say, I'm not going through this. I'm not going to deal with this. I won't be able to trust you again. I'm not going to live the next year of my life dragging you through hell, making you feel guilty for something you did to me, where in fact I feel like women will accept what happened, drag the man through hell during that year that they're together. Little things like TV shows, Tyler Perry shows, all this shit will trigger those women into those same thoughts that they had months ago when these incidents happen. And I just think that men handle the cutoff a little bit better than women do, and they disagree with me. So what's your thought on that?
My thought on it is this: you're hitting the hammer on the nail. If you notice the norms of women, I even use my own wife. We watch we watch the same TV shows, but she likes more of the Element and the Lifetime stuff. I don't watch that stuff because I feel like that feeds into your emotions and it feeds into your mental man.
It does.
So I don't watch stuff like that, And most women, if they be honest, they are triggered and their reactions is because of what they put inside of them and whom they are also being, influenced by. In other words, to answer your question, men handle cheating much better because, like you said, if we're upset, we're gonna be upset. We're gonna end it. We're gonna move out, and we're gonna be gone. That's it.
There you go.
But women, like you said, they will take that man back just for the sole purpose of torturing this man. I had a friend of mine, a good friend of mine.
I said that.
Listen to me. Let me give you an example of what I'm saying. Why? I had a friend of mine. You know, we lived in Baltimore together, and then when I met him, he was, you know, he had told me that him and his wife was going through some things. You know, I was single at the time. It was right before I got married. I was single at the time, so he could come over to the townhouse, have to spend the night at the house because his wife would put him out. I'm like, what's going on, man? So finally, one night he sat down and he told me, he said, man, I cheated on my wife when I was a young dude, when I was younger, and I was in the Army, you know. And I said, did y'all go to counseling? He said, we went to counseling, we went to church counseling and everything. And, you know, my wife made me think everything was good. But then every now and then, something would come up and she'll just snap. And he said, so for the amount of time, I would say of 9 years, this woman tortured this man. You know, making him think everything was okay. And then something to come up or something, you know, this she'll just snap. Remember when you did this?
That's
you
right.
did. So finally he got tired of it. And he left her. And when he left her, she made it like it was a big old, oh, he left me. Oh, he left me and the kids. But you tortured this man for 9 years after you said you forgave him.
For something that he did 9 years ago.
They do that. And to be honest with you, they do that. They will torture you until you die.
So, bro, were you listening to the show when I said exactly that? When I said
I heard that when you said that is when I came on the show. I had just come on the show when you said that.
And there was some non-believers, bro.
To bear witness to that.
There was non-believers. I was reading the comments. I heard he's lying. Those lies. Men, women don't do that. Yes, the hell y'all do. Y'all sit back here and say this. Correct me if I'm wrong, Davis. They'll make it seem like they loyal to the situation because, you know, they quick to want to pay you back. See, I don't know anybody that'll damage themselves to hurt somebody else. That sounds ridiculous to me. I use the analogy of this. I said some women will try to kill you. If you drive in the car, they'll grab the wheel and make you jerk off of the damn cliff to kill your ass, and they'll forget they sitting in the passenger side. You see what I'm saying?
I've had it happen to me.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why people are so angry at one person that they willing to hurt themselves to make the score even. That don't make sense to me. And my point was this, bro. My point was I feel like women will accept the situation and deal with what they were dealing with. They'll call it that. But that's only because, you know, like I said, she'll do some of the things she was doing. She'll go ahead. She'll continue to wash your drawers or wash your clothes and keep doing all the regular shit. But she gonna make you feel like shit every day because of what you did.
Every day.
She gonna look at you crazy. Lord have mercy, don't sit down and be watching The Price is Right, which ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And a commercial of the next Tyler Perry movie is coming on. And you gotta watch that 30-second trailer of the next Tyler Perry movie. Now she got every damn Tyler Perry movie in her mind right now. She's just been triggered to the shit you did to her 8 months ago.
Right.
And men just don't do that. I don't know a man that's been cheated on.
No, men don't do that. We don't do stuff like that. We don't do stuff like that. See, like you said, we're the type of individuals where, you know, we'll deal with it. We'll be upset. We'll be hurt. You know, but the thing about us is we'll walk away. You know, I have this concept, you know, I'm happily married, but I tell my wife all the time, if you ever feel like you got to cheat, just go ahead and leave or allow me to leave. This way you don't have to cheat.
But see, there go the scale of what I was saying, bro. That's exactly what I was saying. What I was saying is women would rather have the situation stay. They call it trying to fix it, but make shit miserable, and then they call it weak. They say that they can handle it better when they do that, but it's not strong when a man just says, no, I don't want to be with somebody that cheated on me. I'm going to move on and go do something different. He ain't willing to waste another year of his life dealing with that shit and making you feel like you ain't shit or everything is your fault. And, you know, and every time some commercial come on or some trailer come on of Unfaithful, some movie Unfaithful, and now you being triggered as a grown-ass man, men don't want to deal with that shit. We barely get through it when we the one that did the wrong, and now we got to deal with the aftermath of doing somebody wrong. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just speaking for some of the fellas.
You're absolutely correct, because what women don't understand about a man is this: if a man is not there, when a man comes back and he acknowledges that he's cheated, he was wrong, he apologizes, trust me, that man is already feeling guilty within himself.
I said that. They don't
because if he wasn't, we would leave. We wouldn't continue to cheat. We'll just leave you. You understand? And that's what women have to understand. So when we come back and we apologize and we place ourselves back in that pocket, that's to show you that we realize the error of our ways and we want to work through this. But we don't want to work through this being tortured.
Nope. And see, that's the difference. And that's what I was trying to get. My point was men handle it better because they're willing to walk away, move on to a new situation, rather than sit there and feel bad all day and making you feel bad, women, for what you've done to him. And you ain't gonna never sit back and convince a man that the reason why you went out and cheated, the only man you can jump that shit off on, women, or is a man that cheated on you and you went out and cheated on him back. That's the only man you'll ever be able to convince that the reason why you went out and dealt with some other man is because he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do as a man. He ain't gonna never accept that, especially if he ain't never cheated on you. You understand that? I'm talking about a guy that's been up straight, faithful, doing what he's supposed to do with you as a woman, a family, taking care of everything. If you step out on that man, I don't care if you emotionally gone or whatever, why don't you just leave instead of trying to do something and be selfish? I'm just asking, since y'all holier than I.
That's exactly my point.
Since y'all holier and better than I.
Again, my wife will tell you in a minute, I say that to her all the time. If you got to cheat, baby, just go ahead and leave. I'm good with that. I can deal with that. You know, see, women can't deal with that. They can't deal with that type of concept. Well, you know what? Let me say one thing. There's two things that's in place why we deal with it better. Why? We deal with it in place because we think logically and we think from a realism perspective versus an idealism perspective. Women don't think from a realism nor another perspective. They look at it from the point of, oh, he cheated, oh, I'm going to get him back. And so, again, and I know the sisters ain't going to like this, but I love you anyway. Women are more selfish than men. I'm going to just put it out there.
Boy, you about to trigger somebody.
I'm going to put it out there. They're more selfish than a man.
When it comes to relationships, they are.
In relationships, they're more selfish. Because most of them are more spoiled. Most of them, are privy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And let me add this. Let me add
working
this.
in McDonald's.
There you go.
Versus we'll date a woman versus working in McDonald's, working in White Castles or whatever, because we can see potential.
Yeah, let that be the reason. Yeah, we see potential. All right. I mean, I agree, but
I'm just saying, some men. That's not my cup of tea. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm a man that believes in compatibility. I'm a compatibility person.
No, I understood the point because I made that point earlier on the show as well. I said, when Dominique was on the phone, I brought up a point of men will date women that have normal jobs like working at McDonald's and White Castles. I said those same exact places. But I said, how many well-to-do women, will step out of their comfort zone of being a doctor or a lawyer and will date a dude that's working at Kentucky Fried Chicken? You just don't see that. You know what I mean? You really don't see that. And I'm not saying that, she's wrong, but what I'm saying is she's measuring him off of something, and it's not what he do for a living. And I don't have a problem with ladies that level up or have standards. I don't have a problem with that at all. I really don't. So I don't want to contradict my whole situation of women should step up and look for higher, situations and level up. I believe that. I just want to go back to the whole point of the show. The question was this. I'm glad you came on, Davis, because you at least made me feel like I wasn't, the only man or the only person on this planet who felt this way. The bottom line is this. I think you will agree with me. You and I both think or agree that men handle a cheating spouse better than women do. Okay? The reason why.
Let me ask you a question, why? You don't see, and I'm not going to say it doesn't happen. I didn't mean to cut you off, but you don't see it happen. You see when a woman cheats on a man cutting up woman's clothes or burning her clothes or cutting the cars up,
Nope.
tearing up. You don't see. I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen on a very long way occasion, but we don't do stuff like that, man.
No, we're not
We don't do
emotional.
stuff
We're
like
not,
that.
we're not emotional
We'll
creatures.
We'll pack our bag and say, you know what? I hope the nigga was worth it.
Right.
Adios.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree. I mean, that was my whole point, is that we're quick. I mean, I used a family member as an example. I had a family member years and years ago. I told him I seen his little girlfriend out with a dude. It didn't look right. They were in a car. They was, booed up and all this old shit. I'm gonna go to my man. This is my family member, and I can't tell you how close this is because I don't want to put him in that lane because people may figure it out who know us. But I felt like it was my duty to let him know. Now he can go figure out what was going on, but I let him know what I seen. And let me tell you how quick he was with that little girl for years, from high school. They were together for a long time. And then you know how quick he cut her off. He cut her off faster than I would have. You see what I'm saying? There was no conversation. All he did was ask the young lady, because the family liked this little girl. And all he did was ask her, and she didn't get the right answer. She didn't give, not the wrong answer. She gave the wrong answer. She didn't admit to it. She lied all the way up to the point where he finally had to tell her, no, my family member seen y'all. And now she had to clean it up, and now the lie became what was really the truth in the first place, and they was through. He was through messing with her. They ain't working shit out. He don't want to have nothing to do with it. See, to me, that's handling it the way it needs to be handled, so he don't have to 2 years later or a year and however long they gonna be together after this incident. He didn't drug her in the mud. He gotta ask her. He gotta smell her clothes and all that bullshit that these women saying that these punk ass men are doing. Those are not men. Those are boys.
Those are not men. They're punks.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Listen,
please give them some straight suckers. Real men don't do stuff
no,
like
hell
that,
no, bro. And that's what I'm
know?
trying to get these sisters to understand. That ain't man behavior. That's boy behavior. When you got a man sniffing your drawers and shit like that, that ain't no man. That ain't no man.
No. Let me give you a good example of that real quick. When I was younger, right, I was with my oldest child's mother, and she cheated on me with a couple of dudes that I knew, right? And I just left her alone. I was like, you know what? F you. That was me back then. I was in the streets. I was like, F you. You know what I'm saying? And I would see the dudes, and dudes like them. I say, yo, I know what you did, bro, but it's all good. And I just walk. I see him in the barbershop. But as soon as she saw me with somebody else, she went bananas. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Went off in skippers. Went all in the bell. I'm going way back. Went off in skippers. Went off in Jellos and in skippers. Cut my tires.
Right.
Wrote a name on my car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And these are the things that women do. They don't handle being cheated on like we handle being cheated on.
I have to agree.
As men, we walk away.
And that was my whole point, Davis, is that when people heard me say men handle it better than women, I think they misconstrued where I was going with it. I'm not saying men don't get angry. I'm not saying that we don't get mad at the situation. I'm not saying that we're not shocked, but we don't have sucker attacks. Some, not boys will, but I ain't cutting up nobody's clothes. I ain't tearing up. Let me tell you, I ain't tearing up nobody's shit that I might have to replace. I'm not gonna do that.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna do that.
And that's my point. Especially if I bought it too.
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't tearing it. Look, you have it, buy, step off. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
Because my thinking is this: why? You don't miss the water until the wells run dry. You know what I'm saying? So I got greater satisfaction just walking away.
There you go. The payback is I'll holler at you. Somebody else will get this.
Right.
That's just, women, I hate to throw this in the air, but your power is the silence. It's like Gary Owens' wife right now. I don't know if you're following that, but Gary Owens' wife, Kenya Owens, they're going through a divorce on social media. That's what I call it. And everything that she's saying, you can hear the pain. And she's not done with him. She wants to expose him and hurt him any way she possibly can. That's not going to work out good for her by doing that. Number one, you can tell that she really still loves the man. You can tell she still really wants to be with him. You can tell all those things. Not to mention she write all this bad shit, paragraphs of bad shit. And at the top of the damn thing is a picture of him and her hugging. it just does. I mean, it totally explains how hurt she is. But that's the difference. A man would never do no shit like that. Not a real man. A boy might do some shit like that, but a man ain't going to them extremes to show you no shit like. I mean, we ain't gonna do that. That's not what men do. And yeah, and if it was the other way around, let me say this: in the Kenya Owens and Gary Owens situation, if it was the other way around, and if y'all notice, Gary left her. He left. He left. She didn't leave him. He left. And you see how he left and it was silent? She the one who brought social media in the world into their relationship. That's the difference between how men take things and women take things. Y'all emotionally will destroy a man. You will try to rip his heart out and emotionally try to do him in. And that's why a lot of men don't get into a lot of relationships. They'll get with a woman and be with a woman, but a lot of men don't want to get into relationships because they don't want to go through those emotional roller coasters that women bring along. And you don't have to be in a bad relationship to be going through emotional relationships. It's just the difference between men and women.
Right. And we watch for signs. We watch more than they watch. You know, the bottom line is, like you said, again, as I said before, you're talking about emotionalism versus realism. We just real. You know, when in my previous marriage, you know, even right now, you know, people have come to me and told me things that was said concerning about me and things like that. I never cheated. I provided. She didn't work for 14 years that we were married. I did everything. I never cheated. But when she got tired, she left. And then she blasted me. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? Even until this day, I never said nothing negative. Nothing bad. You know why? Because guess what? You gone. I'm gone. That's over with.
Yes.
You know?
And
that's
let's
what we
just
do.
be done.
We put periods at the end of sentences. Women let the sentences and the paragraphs run on and on and on and on to the point that they try to destroy us without measure. And that's just the truth.
All right, hey Davis, I gotta run out of here. We didn't win over, man. We didn't win over. On the way out, I'm gonna read this comment as you're going out. Bernadette Simmons said this a little while ago. She said, I was going through a breakup. Hold on, let me just make sure I got it. She said, I was going through a breakup and dude broke I'm gonna put it up on the screen. My apologies. She said, I was going through a breakup and sorry about that, guys. I was going through a breakup, and a dude broke every piece of furniture that I had in my household. I literally had to start all over. I was breaking up with him for cheating on me. I get it. Like I said, nobody's perfect. I'm not saying that some men don't have sucker attacks. Some of that shit happens sometime. But I would ask you this. Let me ask you this, Bernadette. Not that this really matters, but it might play a little factor. That furniture that he broke up, did he help you buy it? Did y'all buy that together? I know you saying, but what difference does that make? He still broke the shit up. Nah, there might be a little, I mean, did he just move into your crib and all the shit that was in there was there and now y'all fell out and now he gonna break up your shit? Or is this something that he helped you buy? Y'all bought it jointly. Y'all financed it together, or took your income tax check together. Y'all, you know, he worked his butt off and y'all bought it together. I'm curious to know, did y'all buy it together? And then, is that your answer? She said no. Then he did a sucker ass move. If he broke your shit up, that's a sucker. That's not a man. Sorry, he might not like what I'm saying, but that's a sucker ass move. She says, I allowed him to move in with me and we living and learning. You probably won't do that shit again. And I don't mean to be disrespectful. I just don't want to see anybody be disrespected. I really don't. But at the same time, hold on a second. Again, that was an immature man. There you go, Davis. We all on the same page. See, men recognize boy shit. Real men ain't gonna do nothing like that. My question to that whole situation is, okay, I was with you for 3 years. Here's all the shit we bought together. We're not married or whatever. We can't go through a divorce. You want to take all this shit? Well, nah, you ain't taking it on my watch. Some men will be you know, some men will do some sucker shit and they will tear shit up. But you know, women, majority of the women, I would have to say, will do that type of shit just out of anger, emotional behavior. That's what y'all do. And it don't have to be it don't have to be the same situation. It could just be you call him cheating and you ain't bought none of that. Okay, if you bought him a birthday shirt, some shorts for Christmas, a sweatsuit for New Year's, and you grabbed those 3 items and said, nah, nigga, you ain't about to be with somebody else with the shit I worked for, and you took those 3 pieces, that's cool. But if you go burn up my wardrobe, some shit I didn't pay my money for, you didn't just kick my shit out, threw it in the mud, set it on fire, I got a problem with that. You're wrong. No matter what I did, that shit didn't do nothing to you. You taking your emotional sucker shit out on my items. And it's nobody. The man is wrong for doing what he did to you, Bernadette, and you wrong for the same thing. It's all the same. I got to get out of here. It's time to go. I want to thank everybody for coming in to the 5 o'clock drive. I'm just letting y'all know we went over. The only reason why I was okay with going over is because it's been a while. It's been a minute. It's been a while. But don't get spoiled, because, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful manner, I can't do 3 hours like this. This was a good topic. We got off onto some other things. I had a great time talking about it. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock. It's the drive home, the Wyatt Live drive home. We're looking for some space, different spaces, just to get some content out there, just to be able to talk and have some conversation amongst us. That's what we should do. And I think 5 o'clock catches people on their way home. You ain't there cooking for the kids yet. You're not doing all of that. You know, you're on your way to them little monsters. All right. So with that all being said, man, let's get on out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for coming in, being great listeners, sending in your comments. I really enjoyed everybody today. Peace to all my sisters. I know y'all mad at me, but these are wounds that will close. I'll make it up to you, but I ain't gonna never lie to you. I will never lie to you. You might not agree, or you may not even believe what I say, but I will never purposely lie to you. All right. So this is Wyatt. Until tomorrow, 5 p.m. Tell somebody. Hit us up in the group messenger. Get us in Wyatt Messenger. Give us some show ideas. Give us something slick. I'm not trying to be no damn Jerry Springer, but y'all getting close, damn it. Y'all getting real close to some Jerry Springer shit. We was almost there. Anyway, my job is to keep the lights blue. When y'all come with that dumb shit, the lights will turn red. Peace and love to everybody. This is Wyatt. I'm out. I'm headed to the pool. Great show tonight. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate everybody. Thank you. All the regular listeners. Be here tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Let's have fun with it. Tell a friend. Tell them Wyatt is back. We ready to get at it. We attacking all the friends and the foes. You want me to freestyle it? I can. Nah. Pool party? Sure. Let's get it. You better book your flights now. Come on down my way. Yo, we can throw everything in the air. Beach balls, lawn chairs, put it on the grill, fix some steaks. Yeah. All right. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.